Somewhere in my fucking bed.
Maybe they fell behind the bed?
That's where
On
I'm
the floor?
looking. I'm looking everywhere right now. Oh boy. God, you told me they were behind here, and they're not behind here. Why are you playing games with me? Come on now. That ain't right. You know it.
Oh, come on, computer. Start up this quick. Thank you.
Alright. I'm not blinking. Not in there. Tired of hell in this house.
I'm trying to think how I'm gonna do this. Fuck. Okay. Maybe I can... I think the biggest issue right now is that Alex is kind of alone. Fuck.
Maybe Alex will be going for a stroll in town to find some clues and hear rustling in the sewers.
Rustling in the sewers.
Let go of me, you big bitch! And I smack Blanco in the face, and he takes off running, whimpering like a puppy.
Damn. I don't think Blanco's that much of a bitch.
I mean, compared to the almighty Hatham, I think anybody would fear for their life.
You literally bit his shirt.
Because he's a big, thick bitch.
He's a big, thick bitch. He's a big, thick bitch. Okay, let me set the mood for a second because I haven't even fucking done that. Excuse me, sir.
Let's all be real for a second. Between Hatham and Blanco, I mean, dude, that stuff got kind of gay.
How are you gay?
Even Alex
You
said
all
it.
were wrestling, and he bit your neck. Or no, you bit his neck.
I didn't bite his neck. I bit the fuck out of his shirt.
Oh, his shirt. You're trying to tear his clothes
His
off.
shirt.
He better
His
hug me.
shirt.
He's too ugly for my taste.
You couldn't use your hands like a normal
I
person.
want you
to tear his
guys-
clothes off. Ooh.
Because I didn't have my hands.
I'm trying to play the music, so give me 1 second. But no, I was gonna
Sounds
say.
I wish we have like fan artists.
I
Have them,
know!
Draw that scene out.
I know! That was the gayest scene. Oh no. Fuck. I clicked off on accident. Fuck.
I'm happy that they got rid of you.
I didn't get kicked. I clicked off the fucking chat.
She kicked herself.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay. Loud alert. But yeah.
I just have the bot permanently like at 2% or something like that.
Fly into city. Oh my god. Tyler, do you come here just to tell me to fly into city? Oh my god. Bro.
It's hot. Oh boy, it's hot.
Okay. Oops, wrong thing. There we go.
Let me know when like we're like actually about to start so I can transfer to the chair.
Oh, I fucked up. We're gonna start in a second.
In a second, 20 seconds, 30, in a minute, 2. You know any specifics, Larkin? I don't know the time.
I think the problem is that I fucked up. There we go. I fucked up. I'm just.
You didn't fuck up. You had a happy accident.
There we go. Now we have this. Unfortunately, I do not have the cropping done yet, so that will be another day because I'm too fucking. I haven't had a moment to honestly sit down and just do it. Well, I need to pull up stuff, so uno momento, por favor.
You don't speak Spanish.
You guys really gonna leave me like this, where I'm the only one that has my camera? I was like, should we just not use the cameras?
I ain't got a shirt on.
SMH.
I was still fixing my shit.
Okay.
I can be on stream
I was at crap
shirtless if
today,
you
but I
want.
don't care.
I know it'll bring in a whole bunch of extra viewers. Get you a lot of subscribers.
I was gonna say,
I'm
you
cold,
can fit the
I'm
part.
tired.
Dude, I'm tired. I'm mentally exhausted.
Yeah.
I literally didn't go to my my first shift today because I physically could not get out of bed. What was I
Oof.
gonna do? Yeah, so I
You
was like,
see,
fuck this.
you don't have the drive. You don't have the power. And you most definitely didn't take what's yours. I also don't think you have black and Simone in your veins. I don't think your culture's banging with strength.
I have
Therefore,
Portuguese.
I will not say your motherfucking name. And I think the only person who's gonna get that is Alex.
I gotta open up character sheets.
It's a hedgehog swimming.
Okay. Who else do we have? Well, I need this open because I'm gonna need this. So I think I have everybody's character sheet. Yes. Yes, I do. Okay. So, unfortunately, guys, we've only got a few people here today. And a new player that was not here last time. So
yeah.
this might be a little unorganized because I prepped for at least like a handful of people. So yeah. But yeah, I was gonna say Vache. I mean, I guess you can be shirtless if you'd like. I don't really give a shit if I'm totally honest with you.
No, then all the attention would be on me. I won't do that to you.
So what, are you gonna put on a shirt? Or are you just not gonna have your camera on? That's the question. And then I need to open up that one thing. Okay. So let me open up my notes real quick so that I know exactly what the fuck I'm doing, and then we can get started. So how are you guys?
I'm chilling. I'm hot as hell right now.
You're what?
Hot as hell.
Ah.
It's very hot.
I was gonna say, why don't you open your window?
It's not cold outside.
But at least you get airflow.
Yeah.
It'll be warm, hot air.
But, I mean, a stuffy room is just as bad. Unless you have really good insulation.
Stuffy. It's not stuffy, it's just hot in the house, so I got the air on. It is 62 degrees outside.
That's not hot. Oh, then again, you got humid.
But it's not cold.
Yeah, humid. Humid makes it bad.
I'd rather be in the dry heat than the humid heat, honestly. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah.
Thank God I live in California. Okay. We'll see how far this goes, and we're gonna have to figure out what the fuck is gonna happen.
I'm not the DM, so I'll let you do what you do.
Okay. So.
Right back.
Okay.
Oh,
So
there
I
goes
think
my
what
idea.
we'll do is we're gonna start with the vampires today.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, since I started with the werewolves last time. So.
the question is which vampire?
We will get to that in a second. Hold on. So I'm going to. So I think I'm gonna start with you, Quinn.
Okay.
So give me 1 second. Like 5 million windows open. So. So. So, Quinn.
Mm-hmm.
It is the night of... What night is it? I hopped out again. Son of a bitch. I'm such a hot mess right now, for fuck's sake! Fuck! Please be patient with me. I'm still, getting used to this shit.
It happens.
So, it is the night of January 10th, 2020. Currently, it is a full moon tonight. It's currently about, I want to say, 8 o'clock, 8 p.m., the sun has gone down for the evening, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And do you have your character sheet up?
Yes.
So I want you to take away 1 vitae, because every time you arise for the night, you do use 1 vitae to arise, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
So you're currently at your haven.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like any other night. Today specifically, you do know that you were supposed to be meeting with somebody, with the supplier that you work with. Just to get, some stuff to make some extra cash on the side, just in case. You have been dealing with this vampirism for a bit now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just becoming a routine at this point. Currently, like I said, you are in your haven. And I want you to roll a, what is it? A perception for me, real quick.
Okay.
So that will specifically be, if you don't know what it is a wits and investigation.
Wits and
you know-
investigation, and those are the number of dice I have, right?
Yes, that is the amount of d10s you'll be rolling. And if you don't have the amount specifically, like in terms of d10s, we do have a bot that you can roll with.
Oh yeah, I only have 2 sets of dice.
Yeah, so.
Right. Wits 2, investigation 3, that's 5. 10, 3, 3, 1, 1.
So roll one more d10 because you got a 10. So every time you get a 10 in your pool of dice, you can roll another d10, like of the amount of how many 10s you've got. So you got 1 success.
Okay.
So as you are getting up from your bed, you can see that your phone that you've left on like a little nightstand next to your bed has a notification on it. Specifically, It looks like it was either just sent because the actual screen has turned on.
Okay. So I'll pick up my phone and look at what the notification is.
Okay. So it's specifically, you have 1 notification from the supplier that you usually speak with. And also there's a notification on the social media website, Howler. The notification from Howler is saying something about some happenings that are going on around the city. Just, the local news. There's been, a robbery at one of, a store nearby within the city, or within the specific city that you are currently in. Which, to my knowledge, I don't know if you're specifically in LA. Are you specifically in LA?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah. In LA, there has been a robbery at at one of the stores nearby. Also, there's a new trending, story that happens to have a lot of people tagging something about some kind of, I guess, like a really bad flu that's going around currently. Thankfully for you being a vampire, that would not affect you.
Okay.
And so, the text message from the supplier. So, what the text message says is that, hey, I'm not going to be able to make tonight, but I need you to do me a favor. There's a man that I'm supposed to be meeting that is nearby. Specifically, I will show you the map real quick so that you can see what the fuck I'm talking about. Since you guys don't live in LA, IRL. So on the map, which is right here, port info. Let me share my screen. Boop, boop. There we go. So, also the music has died. I'm just gonna be playing music through Spotify if you guys want to listen. Jesus. So, specifically, since you are specifically in the heart of LA, you're over here in this yellow zone, right? Mm-hmm. So, what he's telling you is that he has a shipment or some kind of order that he's trying to, which actually involves some of your stuff as well, that is going to be basically, it's supposed to be picked up over in Burbank. And he wants you to go and grab the supplies and stuff for him. It says that he will reward you with at least a little bit of a discount for the stuff that you were gonna purchase anyway, and he would owe you a favor as well.
All right.
Mm-hmm. And that is all the notifications that are currently on your cell phone.
Okay.
So Burbank is specifically over here near San Fernando Valley, so like right here.
All right, so it's a bit of a travel.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, we here in LA, we do have buses. We do have like specific trains that go to specific areas, especially in like the heart of LA. And specifically, it's not like a huge like distance. It's more of like maybe about 30-45 minute drive from where you're at, maybe without traffic, maybe about an hour with traffic or so.
Okay. So being that I did set up Quinn to be rather wealthy, would she just have access to her own car probably?
I mean, yeah, I mean, your basic Californian most likely has a car, unless you're like dirt poor or struggling.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I would assume that at least, I mean, do you have any, let me see your character sheet real quick. Do you have any stuff in Drive?
Oh,
you don't? You don't?
No, I don't.
But I would say that even if you guys don't have Drive specifically as a skill, you just wouldn't be a great driver, and especially in a high-stress situation, you would be a terrible driver. But, I mean, you can get from point A to point B, unless you roll really shitty, and you just crash into a wall. But I think, basically, you should be able to get to point A to point B. But determining on how your actual, like, how your backstory is, or your, from what I read on the questionnaire, pretty much you would have a basic car. Like,
okay.
Just like a basic car. Nothing super fancy.
Yeah. Okay, well, so I go through, I very quickly look at the news. I see it really has nothing to do with me. And then I look at the message from my supplier, and I sigh a little bit, and I go, God damn it. And, it's about all the commentary I have here. I walk over to my kitchen table. I have a glass kitchen table that is placed about to the left of the entrance, and on it is a case. I open the case. It has my revolver in it. I grab the revolver. I load it. I take some extra bullets, and I grab this big green jacket. I put the gun and the bullets in the jacket. Make sure my keys are in my pocket of my jacket, and I head out the door.
Okay. So, you make your way from Los Angeles all the way to Burbank. This will be the 170 freeway that you'd be taking specifically. Since it is kind of late evening, going out of LA is a little bit of traffic.
Okay.
You can hear the angry people as they're driving by, trying to speed as fast as they can, cutting people off, trying to just get the hell home, basically. But other than that, your actual drive there seems very uneventful. But eventually you reach your location. And that being said, from that point, I need to switch over to Hatham. Fuck.
Alright.
So, currently, you and Blanco are in the sewer systems. And that being said, Blanco is still bear hugging you at this point.
What?
Was he bear hugging you? What happened last time?
No, we were in the middle of walking back to his fucking, to his little area.
Oh, okay. So pretty much, Blanco shows you his little bit of a nest. From what you can tell what it is. It's not exactly the cleanest. There are garbage bags everywhere. It smells like shit in here. Or at least, if you could smell, you would assume that it smelled like shit in here.
We can't fucking smell? Jesus! What the fuck? God damn!
No, I'm kidding. No, but it does smell like shit in here. It smells like sewers. What you would assume a sewer would smell like. And
Shit.
piles of garbage that looks to be a bed just sitting in somewhat of a... It's kind of towards an exit of, like, the sewer system, but it's not exactly outside. Or, like, right by the entrance. Or the exit, I guess.
Yeah.
That being said... Currently...
Meanwhile.
Blanco, you see, takes a seat on his pile of trash bags and looks to you. So, you friend? We're friends, right?
I guess. You big fucking hoe.
And
Do you have a chair that I can sit on? I don't.
you see that he motions over towards another trash bag.
I'm not sitting on a trash bag, okay? I came here. I'm not sitting on a goddamn trash bag.
You're supposed to be nice.
I am being nice, but I don't want to sit on trash.
He looks around and then shrugs. From what you can see currently, there is literally just trash bags everywhere.
I'm just gonna stand, okay? I'm just gonna stand.
Okay. So, I'm trying to figure out how to do this. As you see this garbage man basically just chilling on a pile of trash bags. I want you to roll a perception for me for a second.
That is wits plus intelligence? Yeah.
Yes.
Alright. Where's the roll? Exclamation point. Roll. 60. 884111.
Let me see. Okay, 2 successes. So, as you can see, Blanco is about to say something. You hear something from, like a distance away from down the sewer system. You hear footsteps, specifically.
Okay. Hey, friend, how about you go down there and see who's walking over here, alright?
You see that he perks up at you saying this. And then stands up from his little trash chair. And starts to make his way towards, or starts to kind of slowly walk, kind of hugging the wall again, like before. And he looks to you and he tells you he waves towards you to come with him.
I trail behind him and slowly follow along.
As you guys are making your way towards the specific area, or the sound of the footsteps, you eventually start to see what looks like a little bit of a light. It's not super dark down here, but it's not exactly the brightest either. So you can see what looks like either a flashlight or something. And as Blanco slowly, like, kind of gets closer, from the distance you can see from behind him, it looks to be another person. It looks to be somebody you've never seen before, or at least that what you can tell. But this man kind of looks like this. I'll show you a reference right now in a second.
Alright, you gonna throw it on stream, or are you throwing it in, like, one of the text chats?
I'm sharing my thing. I'm sharing my screen.
Oh, shit, damn.
So I don't know if you can see my screen, but I am sharing it on screen.
It's struggling to load.
Ah.
Oh, there we go.
So...
Is that Luffy?
Oh my god, it's One Piece! I love One Piece!
He's not exactly carrying a map, but he's definitely holding a flashlight.
Okay.
You've never seen this man before. He doesn't look like he has a weapon on him, but he's just kind of... It looks like he's either heading somewhere or trying to make his way towards somewhere. What would you guys like to do? Or what would you like to do?
Hey, Blanco, go find out who he is. See if he's a friend.
Blanco looks to you, nods, and then he makes his way to... He slowly makes his way to this man. Being as sneaky as possible, because he doesn't know if this guy is a good guy. As he's making his way towards this man, I'm gonna roll for like a few things real quick. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen so you guys don't see shit. So 1 second. So that would be 5, 6, 7. Fuck me. Okay. So as Blanco is approaching this man very slowly, this man turns around quickly, flashing his flashlight towards Blanco, and seemingly towards you, because you were also kind of towards, like, the back of where Blanco was. You see this man with his thick beard and a cigar. And he doesn't really react to you guys. He more just kind of like looks confused at what you guys are doing. From what you can tell, there's no heartbeat with this man.
Hey, bud, what you doing down here? I say out there.
I'm just passing by. You guys aren't trying... What are you guys doing down here?
Hey, If I told you, you wouldn't believe me. But you look a little pale there. You feeling well?
You see him look up and down at you. Give me 1 second while I roll something real quick. That is... Again. Oh. Yeah. Are you kindred, bud? He says bluntly.
Pause. That just means he's asking if I'm a vampire, right?
Pretty much. And you saw that he was examining you right before he asked that.
Yeah, how about yourself?
Same. I'm actually on my way to meet up with somebody. Do you guys live down here? I don't think I've ever seen you guys down here before, and I tend to pass through here a lot.
Well, I just got done getting chased out of my fucking club in the middle of the night, and then I ran into the stores, and I've been bear hugged by my friend here.
You see Blanco look right back at you with a look of just like, what'd you say?
Yeah, my friend here, and like in my right eye, I'm like stretching it open so he can like get the, I don't know this man, and I'm really fucking lost. If you don't mind me asking, you said you've come through here a couple times. That means you know where you're going, right?
Yeah. Are you trying to find something, bud?
I'm not really trying to find something. I'm honestly just trying to get out of the sewers, away, as far away as possible from where I was. So far, I'm a decent ways out, but I trust somebody who knows where they're going and where they're going to end up. If you don't mind me, I'm asking, may I come with you? Can I follow you? I'd rather not be in the sewers much longer than I have to.
Well, I mean, sure. I don't mind. I mean, as long as you're not going to cause any trouble, I don't mind. But, I guess I'm heading up towards San Fernando, towards Burbank, because I need to meet with somebody. But, yeah, you're welcome to trail along with me, dude.
Oh, alright, thank you. I'll look at Blanco. Are you coming with me, or are you staying down here?
You see Blanco look... He looks away in a moment of thought, and then looks back at
He
you.
can think?
Yeah. So Blanco finally says, I will not leave friend alone.
Okay.
So, that being said, you see this guy, the guy that you just met, start to walk towards a direction that is the complete opposite direction of where Blanco's little nest was.
Alright, I'll just start to follow him.
Mm-hmm.
So, how long have you been, turned?
I've been around the block for a while now. You get used to the whole, blood, carnage, just all that stuff. Plus, I mean, you can make a good living out of it. Better than working for those corporate companies.
Yeah, I was doing my own goddamn thing until some random lady came into my club and tried to fucking stake me.
A lady?
Yeah, some short lady. She's wearing like a pantsuit. She was some sister or some shit. I don't know. I've never met her a day in my life. She was like, "Oh, you're messing with my business." Da, 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 da. I'm like, "Look, ma'am, I run a clean club. If people are in here doing shit and I don't know about it, that has nothing to do with me." And then, after I asked her to leave because she kept questioning me, she fucking had her goons bust in with guns, and then she pulled out a stake, so I had to jump out of my fucking window.
Sounds like you had one hell of a night.
You're fucking telling me, and they fucking slashed the tires on my car sitting behind there. Heard screaming from the club, but like, I couldn't go back to check. I wasn't about to fucking, deal with that. I'm not about to risk my life, my unlife, just for that.
You see that this man, specifically, he listens very intently while you guys are walking. And upon further investigation, that cigar or whatever he was holding actually looks to be a blunt. And finally, he says, "You said a woman went over there to your place or your club?"
Yeah.
And was she part of a family or something?
I think so. Normally I like to stay away from all the clans and the groups and the families and shit, just because I feel like it brings more trouble. I don't bother anybody. I do my own fucking thing. I don't do anything besides run my establishment and just enjoy this limitless time I have on this earth. But yeah, she was. I don't remember what she belonged to. I'm trying to remember.
I want you to roll a what was it? I'm trying to figure out what the roll was to remember shit. I think it was intelligence, wits. Was it that? I'm trying to find it and I can't find it. I think it is that. And if it's not, it's fine. Well, oh, here it is. It is intelligence composure. That's what it is. Okay.
Intelligence composure. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I want you to roll that for me, please.
Okay. Seven, 6, 6, and a 4.
So I assume that was no successes?
Yep, no successes. Shit.
Unfortunately, thinking back on earlier that night, you cannot remember who the hell she was. You can't remember her specific name. And you have no idea, honestly. You're just taking your guess. You're just guessing at this point.
I can't remember her name, but she said she was a part of... She was a sister, and she was a part of, I guess, some bigwig family. I feel like it started with, like, a V, but I can't really fucking remember. But I remember she saying something like, "Oh, you give me the money that I lost, or get the fuck out of town." And it was like $1 million. And she's talking about drugs, and I'm like, dude, yeah, I smoke a little pot in my free time, but I don't fucking deal drugs. That's just not my deal, No disrespect to anybody who does, but, I'm trying to run a clean establishment.
That sounds like the Valheims. It might have been...
Yeah. Fucking Valheim. That's what she said.
It might have been either Sydney Valheim or Jacqueline. But, yeah, they deal with the Invictus. I don't particularly fuck around too much with all the politics. A lot of these covenants are just wrong. The only clan or the only covenant I fuck with is the Carthians. And it's because they stand for a lot more what I stand with in terms of how the politics should be. None of that, religious bullshit, none of the, the cruelty, none of the actual just magical portion or whatever the fuck they want to call it. It seems like fairy tale bullshit to me, honestly. But yeah, the Valheims tend to I do business with a lot of the covenants, and even though I don't try to get too involved with them, same with some other types of creatures, but that's not really that important. But I would say if you fucked with the Valheims, you've got yourself into some serious bullshit.
You see, the thing is, I didn't fuck with them, you know? I didn't do anything. I didn't even know who she was. And even after she said who she was, I didn't know who she was. You know what I mean? Like, I was just like, look, you got the wrong guy. I'm not messing with your business at all. She didn't want to hear it, though.
Yeah. You know, leaders of, covenants don't tend to, listen very well. But I would just say, well, what exactly did she tell you? Besides, you know, because the men that are behind them. So, I don't know if you know anything about the gang life in, you know, LA and stuff. But a lot of them, you've probably heard of the Bloods, right?
Yeah.
Crips.
Of course.
Well, a lot of the time, so there's like a little bit of an urban legend, like down in the underground. Apparently, the Bloods fuck around a lot with the Invictus, and so for all I know, at least from my knowledge, you know, that's probably who's behind her. But I don't know. All I know is that she does buy a lot of weapons, you know. I could get my hands on some good things. You know, and you seem like a good guy. I don't think, maybe it was a setup. I don't know. But, you know, I would just say stay under the radar while you can. It's not worth getting all intertwined with the politics of the city.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I don't fucking with that for right now. Honestly, I'm gonna have my people at the club, you know, my most trusted, run the place until I can, like, you know, figure out when it's safe enough to go back there. Matter of fact, I need to text my bouncer as soon as possible. Hey, bud, if you don't mind me asking, what's your phone number? And I pull out my phone.
Yeah, definitely. So you see that this man, he pulls out his cell phone, and you know, you both exchange numbers. And so that being said, you can add out, like, on one of your allies' spots on your character sheet, you can put the man's information. But you don't happen to know what this man's name is because you did not ask.
I mean, I'm right beside him still, aren't I?
Well, yes.
Well, also, I'm looking for the allies. I don't see the allies thing.
I don't know if you have. Oh no, this is a 4-sheeter. You know what? Just kind of place it somewhere on your character sheet, or just write it on a doc or something, and then just put this man's name. So, as you guys are exchanging,
What the fuck?
as you guys are exchanging information, you see that he also looks at you with a bit of a smile, takes a swig from his blunt, blows it to the side so it's not going towards your face, and he says, "You can call me Mr. Maps." That's usually what I go by.
Alright, my name's Hatham. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, dude. So, is there anything else you would like to ask this man or talk to this man about while you guys are walking? If not, I will continue.
Not really, but
Okay.
I wanna text Dan. What was her fucking name? Out of character, my, like, actual bartender, the one who called out.
Jessica.
Beth? Jessica.
Beth was the one who was filling in for her.
Alright, I wanna start a group chat with Jessica and my bouncer. And I wanna group call them. Can I do that?
I guess you can roll to see if you can actually get a hold of them.
I gotta roll to see if I get a hold of them.
Yeah.
What do I roll for that?
Why don't we do socialize and You know, let's just do a straight socialize. Fuck it.
Oh, that's fucking horrible.
Yeah, Jessica might be busy.
I'm their boss. I would expect them to answer.
I mean,
That you know, you might not be their boss
Oh
anymore.
shit. What? Hey, chill the fuck out.
Maybe it's under new ownership, new management.
literally.
Oh shit. Hey, this is good. Hey.
Oh, wow.
All right, so
That-
I got a 10, a 7, a 10, and a 3.
Okay, so 2 major successes. Yeah, you dial that phone, and with that group call, it rings a couple times, and you see that Jessica answers the phone. What's up, boss?
Okay, so I'm in the sewers for 1. 2, there are some people who tried to shoot me at the club, and one of them
What?
tried to stab me.
What happened?
Well, I came in and got a drink from Beth, and then I went up to my office, petted Mama, and then a lady came in, was talking about business, talking about something about fucking drugs, and then said I owe her $1 million. And I said, I was like, listen, I'm not involved in that, you know, you got the wrong guy. She didn't want to hear it, then I asked her to please leave. Guys busted in, I jumped out the window, my tires were slashed, and here I am. Next time you go in, I want you to be, you know, low-key about it, but I want you to, you know, help me take care of the place until I can find out when it's safe to go back over there until I have this resolved. If you feel like it's getting too hot, don't hesitate to, you know, tell the bouncer, tell the you know, like, no, don't tell the DJ, because then that'll be weird when the music cuts off. But you know, just get the fuck out of there.
Okay. I haven't heard anything from do you guys remember if I gave the bouncer a name?
You did, but I don't remember his fucking name either. Let's just call him
I was gonna say, I don't remember his name either. Fuck.
James, fuck it.
Okay. I haven't heard anything from James. I'm gonna see if I can get a hold of him myself. If anything, I'll go stop by. It's my day off, but I'll see if I can at least kind of sneak over and take a look and see if the club is fine. But yeah, I'll keep you updated.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
And with that, she hangs up.
Yeah, I hang up too. My boy James ain't answer the phone. I'm worried about him. Oh no, James.
Not James.
Broken.
Oh no,
Okay.
James.
Oh no.
During this conversation, you were also walking as well. You guys have been walking for it feels like forever. But there comes a point where, you know, it takes you a good, like, at least hour to get from one location to the other, which is another sewer exit. Specifically, you're not sure where exactly you are. Would you have, like, explored around the, like just California in general, or would you just have, like, a vague understanding of where things are?
Yeah, I would have went around, you know, like went out to do things at night, you know,
Okay.
enjoy myself.
So, you are in a specific location in Burbank. And this, you know, from your knowledge, the city isn't as crazy as, like, the heart of LA. LA has a fuck ton of traffic. There are people who are literally, you know, there are crazies out there. There's a lot of homeless people. Compared to Burbank, I mean, you know, there's probably some cool stuff out here, but nothing too enticing. But, you know, it's just, it's your average city, pretty much.
Yeah.
And so, as you guys exit the sewer system, you guys end up near what seems to be so pretty much you are near a bunch of, like, a shopping area, kind of. So, pretty much there's a bunch of different, like a whole, like, street of just buildings in terms of, like, shops, restaurants, all that. Pretty much the shops, they're all closed because of how late it is currently. But some of the restaurants are still open. And you follow Mr. Maps to, specifically a bookshop. He takes you behind the bookshop. And you can see that he just, he basically just leans against the wall, just kind of waiting, basically, for somebody. Like he said. And Quinn, the location that you were given was this bookshop.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So, I assume that you would probably park in the street, like on the side of the road or something. And so, what the text message also said was that you were gonna meet at a bookstore. This bookstore, the one that you are parked near, and you were supposed to meet the supplier behind the bookstore and to exchange, the money, which wasn't like an outrageous price. It was about maybe $100 just for some ammunition, and like a few like small pistols. And so, as you get out of your car and you head to the back of this building, you see a guy with some shorts on. He looks so casual. You wouldn't even think that this man would have anything to do with it, but he obviously stands out a lot more than, most people. He's wearing a little hat. He has sunglasses on. He's vibing pretty much. He's also smoking. Looks to be a blunt. And he's standing with this other person who... How did you want to explain how your character looks?
It's a relatively tall black guy who has some nice, his hair looks nice. It has blonde in it, and he's wearing like a white shirt that's like cuffed up to like the elbow. It looks fitted on him. He's wearing some nice black pants and some nice dress shoes with like some gold on the top of them. Nothing too flashy, just a little nice. He's wearing a nice watch. He's not too flashy, but he's a very handsome dude. But he looks really rough. At the same time as he looks handsome, he looks very ruffled up and like he's had a very, very long night.
Okay.
And Hatham, you see this woman before you that, if you would like to, like, kind of explain your character, if you'd like.
Yeah, Quinn is about 5'7". She's got a short haircut, golden brown hair that curls in and sort of frames her face. She's currently wearing fairly trendy clothes, but her jacket looks about 2 sizes too big. It's a big green, like a military green jacket. And if it weren't for the fact that it were unzipped and you could see like her blouse and her she's got like parachute pants kind of, then it would just completely cover her. But she's tall, she's slim, and she walks confidently.
So, as you approach these two men, you see that the one in the shorts kind of like takes out his blunt and looks to you and looks up and down at you, and also kind of pulls down his sunglasses to get a better look at you. Are you here for... He kind of like, are you a cop? He straight up says.
Do I look like a cop?
I don't know. You could be undercover. You can tell he's a little hesitant.
Well, I suppose I could. However, what self-respecting cop turns up to bust a weapons deal in fucking slip-on shoes? And she holds up her foot and she's got these, like, again, really trendy, very flimsy-looking shoes.
Good point. He takes a a hit of his blunt, and then he blows the smoke. Okay, so I assume you have the money, correct?
Of course. And she reaches into one of the pockets of the coat, and she pulls out. She doesn't pull it out completely, but she pulls out so you can see the $100 bill. And I assume you have my goods.
Yeah. So he takes off his little backpack, and you can see that he is digging through it. He takes out some ammunition, and he takes out like about 2 of the small pistols that you were supposed to be picking up. And yeah, he exchanges them with you and takes the money. Okay. Wait, wasn't he takes like a second and then he thinks about it. So wasn't I supposed to be meeting a guy? He straight up says.
You would be, and I literally just named him now, so forgive me. You were talking to Gage. Yes, Gage got caught up. However, given that I am Gage's client, he decided to, for today, cut the middleman.
Gauge, like 12 gauge? Jesus.
Yes. Yes.
Right. Okay. Well, I mean, whatever's easier. Whatever's easier. But
oh, trust
definitely.
me, you'll be mostly dealing with Gage. I do not enjoy driving at all, let alone this far for a deal.
You know, I can believe that, especially that god fucking awful LA traffic, right? Did you come from LA? I assume that because I know Gage is in LA. Yeah.
Yeah. Gage has a lot more patience for the stupidity of drivers than I do.
Right. That's why I literally just make my way through the, sewers are always a lot better than, the traffic, at least for me. Or
can't stand the smell. I mean, I'll do it if I have to, but I can't stand the smell. Speaking of, and she like sniffs the air, and her gaze just sort of moves over to, I forget what Vaji's character's name is.
Hatham.
Hathan just moves over to Hathan. You look like you've had an interesting night or two.
Yep, jumped out of a window, damn near broke my nose, got hugged by this big fella.
You see a very tall, this man behind Hatham is covered. He has like a mask on, like just covering half of his face. You can basically just see his eyes. He looks like a homeless person. He smells like a homeless person, but he is fucking ginormous. He's bigger than Hatham. So that's saying something. You see that Blanco nods.
Interesting. And, what exactly led up to all of this, if you don't mind my asking?
You ever heard of the Valheims?
She makes a noise that is damn near hissing. What about the Valheims?
According to them, even though I don't, personally, I don't do deals and such. I'd like to keep it clean for myself. Apparently, I messed with their business, and now they're trying to kill me, even though I have no idea what the fuck is going on. Yeah. You don't have to hiss at me. I'm, fucking, flick out my fangs for a second, hey, we're in the same boat here. We're all four of us.
Apologies, that wasn't exactly directed towards you, but let's just say that, a Valheim or two might owe me money. A lot of money.
So they owe you money, but then they come to me asking for money, and then they threaten my life over money that I don't owe them at all. What the fuck is going on? I fucking...
Yeah, sounds about right.
Jesus fucking Christ.
You see that Mr. Maps is kind of... He kind of looks away thoughtfully for a second. And then kind of comes back to the conversation once you guys kind of finish, like, what you guys were saying. You know, bud. And I didn't know that the Valheims even owed money to you, ma'am, but that sounds typical of them. But anyway, I think I might know somebody who could possibly help you. He says, directed towards Haytham.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if they are looking for you. I mean, but either way, you probably will need, like, a place safe to stay, if anything. Have you two specifically ever dealt with, werewolves? At all?
I mean, every once in a while, they end up off of their reservation and in my club. Very inclusive. I sort of given you can just sort of smell a werewolf when you have an acute smell such as ours. Mingled with them a little bit, so I don't really have any bad blood with them or anything.
Well, I might know somebody who's part of the werewolves, usual hangout. I don't know if you know anything about the different territories, but unfortunately, where was your club specifically? Was it in LA? Was it in Long Beach? Was it in, somewhere around there? Or
let me pull up the map again. Well, didn't we say it was near it was somewhere near LA, where everything was just
I think
popping.
it was Culver City that we talked about. Was it Culver?
Yeah. I that sounds familiar.
It was not Culver.
Was it?
Oh.
Or wasn't it? Or was it in South Bay?
I thought it was East LA or something.
So East LA. So that was kind of what, basically heart of LA, sort of central Los Angeles kind of area.
Yeah. I know
right around where I was.
Everything was popping.
Pretty much. Well, I mean, that is Invictus territory. Were you aware of that at all?
No, like I said, I stay away from all of that noise. I was under the assumption, and my assumption was correct for the longest time, that if I don't get caught up in that, I don't have to worry about any of it. Because I'm just a simple dude. I've been alive for a really long fucking time. Well,
Same.
Comparatively, yeah. So I had everything figured out, but guess not.
Ma'am, are you in any of the covenants at all? Or involved in any of them, besides your business dealings with Invictus? Well, I was going to say, it's best, it's a wise thing to do, although I'm not part of any of the, the covenants and shit like that. I do know where they hang out. I do know it's good to kind of have an understanding of where everybody tends to hang out. Like, I don't know if you've heard of the Circle of the Crone. They fuck around kind of in the West Side cities. I believe the Odu Dracul, they hang out a lot in, like, South Bay area. Carthians, they hang out over at, like, in the gateway cities, kind of towards Anaheim area. And I know of werewolves being actually in this specific area, actually. Kind of towards San Fernando Valley. So, pretty much this area. I mean, we're not even that far from the Angeles Forest. National Forest. Which is a good time if you've got the right kind of, psychedelics. But, yeah, I might know of some people in, since we're nearby anyway. I mean, I could definitely, it's always a good thing to kind of befriend, other creatures if they'll let you befriend them. I don't really know a whole lot about the werewolf politics, if they even have politics, but definitely it's a good idea to educate yourself a little bit.
Honestly, anything to get out of this fucking headache right now. I'm down to go. Blanco, do you also want to go? Are you okay with dogs? Well, don't call them dogs.
Dogs. He repeats what you say.
No, Blanco, don't say that. They
I was going.
rip your fucking neck out.
Yeah, be careful what you say, but I do business with just about anybody, and again, I am owed money.
Well, a lot of these, I know that the werewolves, or at least these werewolves, I believe they are in a reservation that is nearby here. And so a lot of them are kind of tribal, from what I understand, from me kind of getting to know some of them, or some of the leaders at least. But other than that, I don't really get into their business, just like they don't get into mine. But I can definitely take you to them. And also, you should probably hire her to keep you safe, if anything, since you seem to have, he says, referring to Hatham's predicament, you seem to have some bad luck following you right now.
Fucking, honestly, lady, well, actually, sorry, if you might have mentioned it earlier, but brain's very, swimming with thoughts and trying to figure out my predicament. What's your name, if you don't mind me asking?
Quinn.
Fucking non-thumping temple.
My name is Quinn.
Oh, it's nice. Sorry, nice to meet you. Very long night. How much would you charge for security services, at least?
Security services? Well, that's something I haven't done in a while. Usually don't get involved with this shit. Well, how about this? So I am intrigued, at the very least. Let's say a bit morbidly curious. For now, I'll just tag along, free of charge. Perhaps reimburse me for the gas. But, we'll reevaluate the situation after we get this sorted.
Okay, fuck, actually, Larkin, good question. Like, speaking of which, I think Hatham's like, oh, wait, let me check and see this. And, he pulls out his phone and he goes to his bank app, and can I check my bank account to make sure that my money hasn't been fucked with?
Yeah. Sure.
Alright.
What I will say, what I'm going to say, is that because there's no actual proper, like, money system, let me see your character sheet real quick. Sorry, give me 1 second while I check this stuff. Okay. So, what I will say is that your money it hasn't been fucked with, since you didn't specifically, like, just leave your wallet, and you do have, like, you know, stuff that's protected, so you do have a sum of money in your account still.
Okay.
Maybe not an entire shit ton of money, because you've been supporting the club, but, you know, you have, you do have money in the bank.
Yeah.
But yeah, your funds have not been fucked with yet, to your knowledge.
Yeah, don't say that. Don't say that. Hey, yo.
But yeah.
Thank fucking God. Look, I could use a bite. Anybody else a little peckish right now, or is it just me?
Peckish.
Yeah, just a little, you know.
Are you low on Vitae?
No, but I don't know. I mean, can vampires work up an appetite for Vitae? I mean, I felt like I don't know. I'm just playing a character out from assumptions.
I was gonna say,
you know,
did you heal yourself from, like, when you took that damage?
no, I did not.
I was gonna say, you can use Vitae to heal up the 2 bashing.
How much Vitae would that cost? Would that cost 2 Vitae?
I believe so. I think it's 1 Vitae per, like... I have to double check that, but we'll just say it's 1 Vitae for the 2 HP. It's only bashing damage, so it's not something major.
Yeah, wouldn't it just fix itself over time if I leave it be?
Pretty much do.
Yeah, no, I didn't do it, so I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna let that shit rock out. Speaking of, did my nose break when that happened?
No, it didn't break, but it just hurt. It just hurt to, like, hit the ground.
Okay.
But
so I'm cold and dead, and I can't smell and I can't taste, but I can feel pain. Okay. Enchanted concrete will do that to you.
Yeah. Well, I guess if you guys are ready, we can start heading towards where I know this reservation's at.
Yeah,
Alright.
I'm ready whenever.
Okay, so that being said, is there anything you guys want to ask this man before, or Mr. Mask, before we head over?
Hey, Mab, do you have another gun on you?
A gun?
Yeah.
You know, I just sold her the only stuff I had on me. I literally packed only what I needed. I mean, I have these, and you see that he pulls his backpack and, like, puts it in front of him, and then he starts going through it. I've got ecstasy. I've got shrooms. You see that he says.
You've got a wide. You cater to a wide customer base, I see.
I got weed.
How much for that bag of weed and shrooms?
Depends on how much you want.
You know, it's been a long night. Let me get an ounce of that weed. Let me get I don't know. I don't know the going price ready for shrooms. Let me get like a handful of those fucking shrooms.
Here, since you've been such a good sport, I think you know what? I'll give me about. Hold on. I want to double check something real quick.
Y'all reckon is Googling how much is an ounce of weed in California?
Here, dude. Why don't you give me like $80?
Yeah, I'd like to know your location.
$80 for the weed, and I'll throw in a few shrooms for free.
Alright, I pull
That's
$100 out of my wallet.
fucking steal. I'm telling you that right now.
I pull 100 out of my wallet. There you go, man. Keep the 20. I probably would owe you more, so just take the whole 100, boss. Thank you.
But just so you know, you won't be able to actually feel anything unless you use a little bit of a blush of life. Trust me, unless you're gonna get somebody to take this shit and then you suck them dry, you're not gonna feel shit.
Jesus. I suck dry for this. Oh, I wanna do my little whistle. It's to call Moma. I can't whistle, so hey, Alex, you wanna do me a favor and whistle for me?
Oh my fucking god!
And I call Moma, and I set out my arm.
Oh my god!
So she can land.
Oh my god! It takes a bit. Mr. Matt just kind of looks at you like confused because he doesn't understand why you're whistling. And it takes just maybe like a minute or two, and then all of a sudden, Quinn, you see this fucking parrot come out of fucking nowhere. Just this fucking big ass parrot, and then it flies over and it lands specifically on his arm, not shoulder, arm.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Moma. Yes, she did it. She fucking did it.
I hate you.
That's great. And everybody, this is Moma. This is my very sweet girl. She's a very good bird.
Sweet dude.
Hell yeah.
You look like a fucking pirate.
Yarg.
Yeah, with the state of your clothes and everything.
Yeah.
3.
Yeah.
That's some pretty sweet shit, dude.
Hell yeah.
But is there anything else you would like to say to Mr. Maps before I continue?
No, I'm good.
Okay. So, with that being said, I'm gonna switch over to Spaz. Because they have been sitting there forever. Patiently waiting. Yeah. I'm sorry. So Spaz, last time we were here, you had just rescued, well, not rescued, but kind of gathered up Jason, kind of got to hang out with Millie, the wolf pup. And by the way, I'm also going to put this in important information. So I'm going to upload something real quick so that you guys can see something. Or specifically Spaz. So Lily has fucked off somewhere. You don't know where, but she's definitely fucked off somewhere in the reservation. Jason is currently with you. Mama Lobo has gone to go take care of some business. And honestly, at this point, you don't really have anything to do. From your knowledge, you're just kind of waiting for either Mama Lobo to give you some kind of objective or to at least explain what the hell's going on in terms of how what's going on. Because on your mind, you're still thinking about what has gone on, like what happened to you when you went to the hi there.
Oh, look at that.
Welcome to the party.
Yes.
Okay, currently me, you, Quinn here, Moma, and a bearded dude who smokes a lot of pot are going to the reservation.
When can I strangle the pot?
No, you cannot strangle the short pot man. He's very cool.
Yeah, I don't know. That sounds like I'll have to roll for initiative.
Ethan, I don't know, bro. He's probably been a vampire longer than me. So
That's
I don't
crazy.
know.
I've been a taller man longer than he's ever smoked pot.
I hate you.
I just got back from dashing, and I hate to be a little OOC right now, but I twisted the shit out of my ankle, and I'm making some food, because the last time I ate was about 6 hours ago.
Jesus.
So your boy is hungry. Well, I mean, it was
Yeah.
also like 2 little ass Jimmy Dean hamburger patties.
Dude, that sucks.
Yeah,
That's fucking awful.
blows hot TMI, but still.
Shrode.
All right, hey, now, come on, bringing out the inside joke already. Come hey, now. Gigi is pissed. My cat, at least, she is upset that I took so damn long getting back. But do tell the whole situation we're in, so I can get a bit of a grasp.
Would you like just
We're
a
out
quick
of the
TDLR?
Yeah, that'll do.
Okay. Hi.
Hey.
It's a party.
Yes.
Welcome to the party. You know we're gonna start.
So pretty much we just switched over to Spaz. So there's that. How cute, kitty.
But
Vampire
everything
kitty.
I told you is pretty much up to accurate. The
Yeah.
man with us is called Mr. Maps. He reminds me of you, IRL. Short. Well, not short, but a medium height man wearing khaki shorts who smokes a lot of weed. Has a
You know, I
beard.
don't wear khaki shorts.
And close enough, he's white.
He's white.
Yeah.
He's white.
Me and you walked with him out of the sewers. We met up with Quinn. They did a deal. I told them about what
What do
just
you mean
happened to
walk
me.
with him out of the sewers?
We are
Yeah.
out of the sewers.
You guys are
Okay,
currently
no, you said
in.
walk. No, you said walked with them. How did we pick up a pot smoking white dude suburban dwarf
He
and
came
that
in
just
the sewers.
happened?
He came in the sewers.
And I didn't bear hug him?
No, I told you to go talk to him and see if he's a friend.
That doesn't
This
sound
is
like
me
something I would
trying.
do.
This is me trying to be you. Okay.
Oh no, she did a good job. She did a good job of playing Blanco. She did.
I'm not saying it's a bad job. I just know that I am chaotic in that sense. So,
I should have been more chaotic.
I sweetened you up by calling you friend beforehand, so you just did it.
okay, that's fair.
Oh my
You know,
god.
I'll give you that. I could
Sounds
probably
about
make
right.
a little tamer under those circumstances.
Okay.
How many
So-
times did you Pavlov his head?
Not enough. I didn't even do it once.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay,
sorry.
Don't worry about the situation. It's Alex's turn.
Yeah. So we're gonna
Alright.
we're gonna switch over to Spaz, like I said, and pretty much what was I saying?
No idea. I just hopped down and ruined the
So you're
party.
saying Lily went off somewhere, God knows where, and Spaz is just kind of vibing right now.
Yeah. So currently, it is.
No.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Maybe I should do one of those little things that Mama Lobo was talking about with the meditating.
You can, if you would like. That is totally up to you.
Okay,
You-
I'm gonna do some
I want
meditating and auspice ability thing with the prophetic dreams.
Okay. Ah. Okay. Give me.
So wait, hold up. Before we do this, one quick question though.
Uh-huh.
It says on there once per story. Does that mean like once per day, or does that mean like once for the entire freaking campaign?
I'm not sure.
Wasabi
I wanna play
induced.
this.
Because I was gonna say, Chronicle is the entire campaign.
It says per story.
And I mean session is per session, but I probably won't let you do it all the time. I'm gonna homebrew this and be like, you can't do it like every session, but
It could be once every major event. So say
Yeah.
a great amount of progress has been
So-
made and something has been unlocked or a particular thing has progressed, and then Wasabi's like, damn, I gotta meditate on this.
Yeah.
There we go.
if you're trying to either understand like what's to happen at some point in the near future, you might get a little taste of it. But other than that, I won't have you do it like every single session. Just so that it's a little easier on me as well. But other than that, yeah, like you can do one if you would like, and you are able to do it again at some point. Just just bear in mind it's also me trying to come up with stuff too.
You think it's easy to make ayahuasca cocaine drips? No.
But yeah, would you still like to go through with it or not?
Damn, this is tough now. You have me a little thrown off here.
Well,
You know
I'm
what,
also
Rick,
like,
I'm just gonna- I don't know.
I finished my energy
There's
drink.
nothing going on though.
Good job, Larkin. Hog in chat.
Pog in chat.
It's anti-hydrate time.
Okay, well, you know what? Nah, never mind. Forget that. I'm gonna just vibe.
Hi, Dano.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Ooh, what kind of the
Thank you.
argo is it orange?
Okay, so
Oh my god.
so you're just gonna vibe then? You're just gonna vibe and just kind of hang out? Because currently, so this is kind of like a little bit before like everybody is kind of coming in. You know what I mean? And so the reason why is because you guys were kind of doing stuff during the day. So you've just been kind of vibing until like, you know, something goes on in the actual, what is it? The reservation.
Is Jason still around?
Jason is just vibing with you. He's because he doesn't know really what to do, and he's just kind of taking in all the information that Mama Lobo gave him, and kind of thinking about about the different tribes. He knows of your tribe specifically, but other than that, he doesn't know really much about the other tribes as well.
Okay, I'm gonna look over to Jason and I'm gonna be like, Jason, oh my god. What about your class? You just left them. Those kids. They're just gonna be sitting there waiting for the sensei and you just bailed on them. You gotta go check on them.
You see that he pulls out his phone and he checks the time. You know, it's a little too late for that, but it's fine. You know, these kids don't come by themselves, and if they do, I mean, I'm assuming they would have gotten the hint. I don't even think I locked up. Damn it. You see that now he's like kind of stressing. You can see it on his face that he's like, shit. It'll be fine. But you know what? I think I'm gonna go, since it's not that far from here, I'm gonna go deal with that situation, and I will be back after. As he says this, he gets up quickly and just makes his way out of the reservation and towards his gym, or his little dojo again.
Hey, do you want me to go with you?
It's fine, don't worry about it, he says from a distance. And he then
Wait, I'm gonna chase after him.
What's up? What?
For the love of God, don't freaking turn into a wolf. I know it's stressful.
Yeah, I know.
People can't be seeing you running around like you're some kind of furry.
Yeah, I understand. I understand. You know, I was just under a lot of stress at that point, and yeah, it wasn't my best moment, but it's fine. I will. It won't happen again, he says bluntly. And
Okay.
so
Bye.
are okay, I was gonna say, are you gonna still follow him, or?
No, I'm gonna head back to the thing.
Okay,
Colony, I don't know what.
the reservation.
Reservation, there we go.
And so, you know, you sit there kind of vibing for a while. Eventually Lily comes back because she notices that you're kind of like by yourself, and she pretty much just keeps you company. And so she's like, from your knowledge, she's not part of specifically your tribe. She does actually run with a different tribe. She does interact with Mama Lobo. Like, everybody in the reservation interacts with Mama Lobo at some point, even the other leaders. and like they're supposed to all get along. You just know that Mama Lobo and what was that other, the other leader of the Hunters in Darkness don't get along. And from what you can remember, actually, why don't you roll to remember this actual leader's name? So I want you to roll a intelligence composure. Yes.
Okay. I got 9, 9, 5, 5, and 4.
Okay, so 2 successes. So from what you can remember, this lady who is part of this, who is the alpha of this tribe, not this tribe, Hunters in Darkness. Her name is Michelle Jackson, from what you can remember. You've met her a few times. You've never really interacted with her so much. And you know that she's kind of, she's kind of a bitch from your knowledge. At least from the interactions you've seen between her and Mama Lobo. She has been extremely disrespectful to Mama Lobo before. And a lot of the time, they don't see eye to eye at all. And even though Mama Lobo is the shaman of basically the shaman of the, the actual, like, reservation and stuff like that, you just know for a fact, like, the other leaders, or the other alphas, get along a lot better than Michelle. And, yeah. But, Lily specifically, she runs with the Hunters in Darkness. She's been nothing but kind to Mama Lobo the entire time you've seen her interact with her. So, you know that there's nothing to worry about when it comes to her. If anything, she seems like one of the nice ones as in comparison to, like, the other Hunters in Darkness. Because a lot of them seem to be very individualistic in a sense. And they definitely try to show off and act like they have a lot more experience in terms of the spirit realm. And so, yeah. So, pretty much, once nightfall hits the reservation, you can see from the sky that tonight's going to be a full moon. So, definitely from what you can remember, a lot of the different wolves in the reservation who were specifically born on, like, a full moon will be probably kind of having an exciting night. You specifically, even though you're not part of that specific group of full moon wolves, I mean, you know that there's always some type of celebration whenever, there is a full moon, because it seems like a lot of the full mooners like to have a good time, at least. But as the night kind of passes by a little bit, it gets later and later, and it's about 9 o'clock or so, and so, like 9:30, and so as you are kind of vibing with Lily, she kind of just starts talking to you about the possibilities when it comes to Jason. Like, what if he's even gonna pick a tribe, if he's gonna still be a shadow or a ghost wolf. What she thinks that he might choose in terms of a tribe if he does choose one. Just small talk, pretty much. But as you guys are speaking and talking to one another, I want you to roll a perception.
Well, you see, Lily, I don't know if you'll pick one because, like, you heard his whole story. I
mean, I really think that he might... I really think he might choose, from what he looks like, I think he might end up being a blood talent, or maybe even the Iron Masters. I don't know.
I don't know if you'd even get involved with that, though. You heard what happened to his family?
Yeah, but I mean, but it seems like a bad idea for him to be a ghost wolf. So you don't notice this at all. You don't notice any of this, and instead, you just keep talking like amongst each, like with Lily. Give me 1 second while I roll something real quick.
Well, I mean, he might not be the most intelligent, like, wolf, but, maybe... I mean, he has his, like, ideas.
But, like, he's...
Ideals, and, like, he wouldn't decide on something just like that.
Well, yeah, nobody just decides like that. You're gonna tell me that you just decided to be part of the tribe? It just kind of happens. What? Really? You see that she looks actually genuinely surprised. You just knew?
Yes.
I don't know. I feel like it's kind of... I don't know. It seemed to grow on me in terms of, like, the type of tribe that I wanted to be part of. I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I just think that he's definitely going to choose that, because that seems more of his skill set, too. Sorry, give me a second. I'm, like, talking and also typing at the exact same time. Jesus. Okay, so as you guys are still talking, straight up, you guys are too engrossed in your conversation. And so, that being said, the vampires, y'all literally just stroll in like nothing. Mr. Maps leading the way, and he's not. You can tell he's not afraid or like intimidated at all. He seems like he knows what he's doing, and he's been around here before, so he has no fear.
Quick question. So,
Yes.
assuming that Mr. Maps has like different herbal remedies, would I happen to have know him, as in oh hey, maybe he's like a vendor or something that comes around here so often for rituals or something?
Yeah, especially because you hang out with Mama Lobo a lot, and y'all tend to do what is it? Pretty much like you guys tend to deal with specifically the spirits and stuff like that, so that's something you would probably know.
Okay, just want to make sure.
So, again, as the two wolves are engrossed in their conversation, Mr. Maps kind of looks around and looks at the two vampires following him. Hey, make sure that you don't do anything to piss off the wolves.
3
He
vampires.
says, oh yeah, 3. No, 4. 4 vampires. 4 vampires. There's 4. There's 4 vampires. There's 4 vampires, right?
There's 3 following him. Me, Quinn, and Blanco.
Yeah.
As the vampires all follow each other. And,
Yeah.
Mr. Maps kind of says this stuff in kind of a hushed tone, just to give a forewarning. But yeah, don't piss off the werewolves, he says.
I don't intend on it at all.
Hey, is that... He says, and he looks over at specifically, Spaz and Lily, both kind of just chilling out, talking amongst each other. Hey, he says out loud towards your general direction, Spaz.
So, I mean, Jason isn't that dumb. He's not that bright. So, he's not going to turn into a wolf and go shit in the street because he has to use the bathroom.
Oh!
But, he does seem to like to turn randomly. Hey, Mr. Maps!
Oh my god, I'm sorry. I'm trying to bring myself back, I'm sorry. You see, well, Lily just kind of, she really doesn't know who this guy is, but she knows that he's not one of you guys. And you can see that she looks a little wary. But seeing that you know him, she relaxes just a little. But she's still kind of, especially because she sees 3. Mr. Maps kind of waves, and then he walks up to you guys. Hey, do you know if Elena is around?
Elena,
What do you,
Not
what does she
sure.
go by? What does she go by again?
are you supposed to be dropping off any remedies to Mama Lobo or something? What brings it by?
Oh, that's what she goes by, Mama
We're not
Lobo.
doing any rituals.
I wanted to talk to her. I have a buddy here who kind of needs a little bit of help. Do you know where she's at?
You know, I haven't seen her around for a little bit. She was talking to a new friend of ours a little earlier.
Okay.
Wait, are you selling anything for like the party? Everyone's all hyped about the moon and all this stuff today.
No, I'm not, but, I just need to go talk to her. Here, let me go check and see if she's at her place. And then he says this, and he quickly walks away, like, just leaving the 2 vampires. With the 2
Standing
wolves.
awkwardly.
And you see
With
that
the
he
3
goes
of us.
over towards where Mama
I
Lobo's,
was gonna say, are there 2 or 3?
There's 3!
There are
There's
3
3!
of us.
There's 3! There's 3! Fuck! I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Ethan. But yeah, you see that Mr. Maps heads over towards one of the trailers, which, Spaz, you know, is Mama Lobo's trailer. So, yeah, and he pretty much goes inside, doesn't even knock, just fucking walks in.
So he does leave us with the werewolves, yes?
Pretty much.
Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and say that my character, immediately seeing the little gnome man walk away from the situation, silently stepped between the werewolves and both of the only vampires I know.
Hey, whoa. I maneuver my way back in front of him. Hey, what do you think you're doing?
You see Lily kind of like, she looks very just wary, especially seeing this ginormous man like walk in front of her. And who are you 2?
My name is Haytham.
Or 3?
And
Friend.
his name. Yes, we are friends.
You know this, right?
I'm so sorry, ma'am. I just met him not long ago, and he's very wary of people, and I'm trying to make sure he doesn't cause any trouble for anybody. Yeah.
And you? She points over at Quinn.
Hold on a second. I'm Quinn. Hi. It's nice to meet you.
Hi. Well, Spaz, you knew that guy, right? Mr. Maps, I think you said?
Yeah, Mr. Maps. He,
Do you
he provides some of the like herbal remedies for certain rituals. You know, kind of like the part. Ritual that's happening tonight. Little things like that. He'll like sometimes give us things to aid us in our experiences. Yes.
Okay.
Baz is gonna kind of lean kind of close toward Haytham. You wouldn't happen to have anything like that, would you?
I mean,
Any herbal remedies? Anything to assist? Maybe our
you-
our vision journeys? Yes.
I go ahead and I put myself between the 2 of them again.
Blanco,
No.
I'm trying to talk here.
Do you know
Friend,
funny no
listen.
man?
Listen, hey, big guy,
You
big
know,
guy.
only know
Hey
man.
Quinn, you do me a favor. You talk to him while I talk.
French.
Wonderful person.
Friend.
In the
Quiet,
No.
friend.
spirit.
Quiet.
No.
No, I'm not gonna be
I'm gonna
quiet.
place
Shut-
my giant hand on Hapen's head.
No, I'm not.
Oh, I
Your
get
hands
it.
off
Oh,
of me. No.
Snowball. Spaz is
Friend, be
gonna look
quiet.
over
I talk to furry little
Lily.
man.
Spaz is gonna look over to Lily. Oh,
Are you
he's special.
friend of tiny
Kind of
man?
like Jason.
Quiet.
What?
Jesus
What?
Christ. Yeah. I got exactly what you're
Alright.
what you're looking for in the spirit of giving.
Are you friend of tiny man?
Yes.
Yes,
we're
friend.
friends.
Yes,
Yes.
friend.
Mm,
Friend.
you are
I-
friend 3.
Friend 3?
Is he usually like this?
Yes.
I just
You
met
are
these
friend
guys.
4.
Listen, I'm. I love how Quinn has gotten by with like. Oh no, am I friend 2?
No.
Yes.
I've lost count. Oh, okay. Alright.
I have fingers out with me.
I
1
thought-
friend, 2 friend, 4 friend.
My God.
Quinn herself is actually very amused by this. And she goes, very good, big guy, you can count. 4 whole friends. Is that the most friends you've had at once?
Blanco,
No,
you practice
I made
counting
friends with
with.
rats, but then I
You
ate them.
practice counting with
Oh.
Quinn, okay? I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna talk to them for a moment.
I am not
Spaz-
dumb. You are
Spaz is
dumb.
gonna like. Okay, Spaz is gonna like pat Lily on the head and be like, point at her and be like, friend, she's my friend.
You see that
Yes,
when you
I
pat
know
on her
she's
head,
friend
she
number
gives you a
4.
look. Like, don't touch me.
Is she your friend number 1 or friend number 2?
She's my friend number 1. Yes.
She is my friend number 4. You are lucky.
When did
I-
you learn how to fucking talk and speak in half coherent sentences? Just
After
You know what?
hearing you not shut up.
I know you're not
I
telling me
know,
to
I
shut
don't
up,
think
you
that's a
son
thing
of a-
he does.
Hey,
I've known
friend
him
number
for
1,
about, what, an
blah,
hour,
blah.
and I've already gathered that.
I barely talked in this hour. Yeah, okay. Listen
Friend
here.
number 1
Oh, there
yell
was
at
a
me
car
in
ride
sewers.
here. I assume there was a conversation happening.
Hell no. I leaned
Friend
back
number
and I
1
took a
yell
nap.
at me in sewers. He bite me.
Because you picked me
You
up.
bit him?
You know
Wait,
what? Hey,
Honey,
I didn't know-
loved him and he pinky promised to be
I didn't
friend
know
number
that
1.
I didn't know leeches leached on each other.
No.
She
What?
says
You-
bluntly.
No, he bite like rats.
Oh.
Tear clothes.
Listen, you know what? I'm gonna let that comment slide because that was very rude and I've done nothing to you. You know?
Friend number 1,
And I don't
don't
even
bite
know you.
hard. You just bite like big rat.
And I'm not gonna listen to him right now. But as I was saying, you know, that was very rude when I done nothing to you, you know? I would assume we could be cordial with each other since that's what you usually do to people that you don't know. But, you know, Snowball, was it? Do you have anything
Snowball?
to,
Snowball.
yes.
Oh, ball.
Wrong
Oh,
campaign.
fuck. Yeah, wrong campaign. Spaz, do you have anything to, you know, use some of these, herbs? You know, anything to, roll it? Fuck it. Do you have anything to put this weed in? I'm gonna stop beating around the bush.
Weed's bad for garden.
I don't think I have any on me right now.
But
If you ask around, I
yummy.
think one of the other wolves. The other people in our tribe may have something.
You
I
wanna
don't
do these
keep a light
shrooms
on me
instead
either.
then? I got shrooms as well. We can go get fucked up. Cause I honestly need a
Is-
break from all the bullshit.
Mushrooms, let me have.
No!
Wait, okay. Are you guys? Okay, so you guys are vampires.
Yeah.
Yes.
You couldn't
Okay,
tell?
no,
We are
no,
friends.
I'm sorry. I mean, with all respect, I will not take that and let you bite me. That's a bit.
No,
I'm
no,
not that
no,
close to you yet. I
no.
don't think we can do that
No,
type
I'm
of
not
thing,
gonna
buddy.
bite you. No, 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 no. No, I wasn't
Do
even
friends bite?
insinuating that. Like you just said, we just met each other. That would be rude for me to even ask you. I can feel it a little bit if I give myself a little life, if you get what I mean. It's weird. I don't really know how to describe it, but I can uh, stimulate my body to where it would be as if I'm living once more for a short while, and then I can feel it somewhat.
Run number 1, give me mushroom. Sharing is caring.
Alexa.
Book
Stop.
says so.
You
Okay.
can't read.
I
Um,
didn't read, someone else read. Give me mushroom.
I'm not giving you mushrooms for you to go on a warpath.
I don't fight,
see-
I'm just hungry.
I don't think the drugs are necessarily a good idea right now, given what we're set out to do. Unless we're taking a break for the night, but I don't think that was the plan.
Larkin, I have a question out of character.
Yeah,
If I use Blush of Life, would I be able to eat something without throwing it up? And drink?
You'd be able to, like, swallow it and keep it down. But other than that, yeah, but it would only be a temporary thing.
Okay, good to know. Also, are vampires able to drink fucking water? Or,
No.
like, drink coffee, like in Tokyo Ghoul, like anything? There's no, freebies of God.
You
damn.
drink Vitae. You drink blood. That is it. It doesn't matter what kind of blood. It can be an animal's blood. It can be a human's blood.
Oh, yeah.
It can be a fucking werewolf's blood. It can be any kind of blood.
Yeah.
Just blood.
Why can't we drink, well, we can, but what was the downside to drinking vampire blood again?
That causes blood addiction, and specifically, like, it's like when you give a ghoul, when you make a ghoul, that ghoul will be addicted to your Vitae. And every so often, you have to give them that Vitae. Because if you don't, they will suffer withdrawal. And it's a similar thing as in two vampires feeding on each other. So then you will crave Vitae from a vampire as well. And I think it's called Venicilium? Or something like that? Some shit like that. There's a term for it, and I don't remember how the fuck to say it.
So just vampire cannibalism is what it is.
Pretty
Yeah,
much.
What's up?
I think I have an idea here. So hypothetically speaking, what if we were to hunt down a deer and then we feed it the mushrooms, and then you feed off the deer,
That's
and
actually
wham bam, Bob's your uncle.
Waste of food, I catch deer.
Okay, well, Blanco, you stay here with Quinn. I'm gonna go with Spaz.
You
Quinn.
friend too?
No,
Friend
yeah,
two, yes, friend two is Quinn.
Stay here.
Hello.
Hey, Quinn, let's exchange numbers real quick.
What?
The phone numbers, so we can stay in touch.
Of course. And she'll take out her phone and.
Yeah, little swap. Alright, I'm gonna go with Spaz here, and I'm gonna attempt to get high. If anything happens, or if Mr. Map, comes back and he says, hey, it's time to do whatever we gotta do, you let me know and I'll come running back out of the woods.
Sure.
Oh my god.
Look after friend number 1.
Wait, Larkin, are you wanting us to not split the party?
No, I just think this is funny.
Oh,
Oh my.
The desperation.
Okay, so just as a, as a thing of good faith, here, have my number 2. I'm gonna give my number out to everyone.
thank you.
Alright.
Here's mine as well.
All right, so that way we all can
Wanna
figure out
look
where
for
we
some?
all are, and hopefully, if this works out, we can come back with a really stoned deer and possibly a really stoned Hatham.
Yeah, if
Good
it'll
Lord.
shut him up.
Is there like a dick swinging contest for vampires? Is that a thing, Larkin?
I mean, they're very
You know what I-
individualistic, and so, I mean, it depends on the type of vampire and I guess their personality and all that shit. But in terms of Ventrue specifically, they are kind of power hungry. They're a little bit power hungry. They're not just beautiful. They're very political. They're very into having power.
So what I mean is, you know how two animals, let's say, like one basically is like trying to buck up to another, to let him know that like he's the alpha, like that he's the shit.
Mhm.
Is there something that vampires do like that?
In terms of like other clans and stuff like that, they do kind of do that, and that's why there's a whole political atmosphere of like trying to have the most territory. So kind of, but I mean, you can easily say the same thing for werewolves too, because they do show dominance. Like they will fight
Wait,
you.
would that mean that Hatham is severely demoralized because the only territory he had was lost?
No, he's just annoyed and tired.
Technically, yes.
Oh.
He had a very bad night.
Yeah, I was about
He
to
had
say,
a very bad night.
If it's all territorial, you lost every right to territory possible.
Pretty much. He was basically kicked out of his little bit of territory that he had, especially because he's not part of a covenant. So it's even more like, well,
You
shit.
got ran for your phones.
Pretty much.
Hayden's gonna turn around and look at Quinn. He's not gonna be aggressive, but it's like his eyes are gonna open up a little bit, and he's gonna start to talk with more of a bear, like at his mouth, so you can see his teeth just a little bit more. But he's still looking calm. He's just like, what's your frustrations? Seems like you got a problem with me so far. Is there some beef right now?
I just don't like getting sidetracked. I'm a very one-track kind of person, and well, I didn't think we had time to be for some recreational drugs.
Well, it seems as if we have time. He's in there talking to Loba, and I would assume that one of the people who reside here, who is also one of the apex predators in the area, would know how to catch some of the local flora and fauna extremely fast. Just deducing from our setting, the people around us, and things like that. I don't think it would take us longer than 15, 20 minutes.
Is Spaz in earshot of this?
Yeah.
I would assume so, because you guys
I
are
know
literally
I am.
listening.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm still standing between you two.
Because you guys have not left, so you guys are still just kind of... Even Lily is standing there still.
Alright, well, I'm gonna put my fat hand on Hatham's forehead real quick, because I sense, it's obvious that he's giving off a little bit of a, not exactly like hate, but malice. If that's the right term for it.
He's a little irritated, but I won't say he's
Friend
there
number
yet.
one, be nice to friend number two. No mean, you pinky promised.
Keep your hand off of me for right now.
Keep promise, friend one.
You can't break a pinky promise.
See, friend number two.
Spaz, you ready to go?
Spaz, what were you gonna say?
Well, I mean, okay, so you guys are all friends of Mr. Maps, and we're in the middle of kind of a celebration, per se. So, like, we're trying to welcome you as best as we can here. I mean, if we can try to bring you back some non-doped-up deer, I guess, or whatever creatures we find out there. But we're just trying to, like, show, like, some good faith and get everyone fed a little bit and have a good time. Because, I mean, we all know Mr. Maps is going to be in there for a little bit discussing, I don't know what, with Mama Lobo, but...
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought this
Everyone's
was going to
probably
be
gonna
a
be
a
enjoying-
quick affair.
enjoying themselves.
I thought this was going to be a quick affair. I thought we were... Whatever. I guess
see
if we're
this-
stuck here for a while, it's fine.
You see Lily cross her arms, like, she's not very happy about the situation. But she's not saying
Lily,
anything.
you want to come too?
Yeah, Lily, how about you come with? You seem a little tense right now. Your body language is saying you're not,
Come on, you can't
Very
tell me you're not
excited.
hungry, Lily. After everything with Jason today, you gotta be starving.
Is
mean-
Jason friend 5?
We haven't met Jason yet. We can't decide on that.
Good point.
So, Lily kind of looks, like, kind of, like, she doesn't know really what to say. But she sighs. Well, I don't know. Maybe we should, we just met you guys, and I don't know, it's just, I've never really dealt with bloodsuckers in person, I guess.
Oh, that sounds very derogatory, man.
My name Bloodsucker.
No, your name isn't Bloodsucker. Lily, let me level with you real quick, person to person. That was a little hurtful, calling us these names for no reason. I mean, like you said, we just got here, we just met you, and we haven't, shown, well, I haven't shown you any aggression, I haven't been rude to you, maybe we just call each other by our names, my name's Hatham. Nice to meet you, formally.
I want you to roll an empathy and expression.
Shit, I'm just rubbed into the fucking chair.
I knew it. I could hear it in his voice.
You bitch! Get on your goddamn computer!
Listen, it's
You rude ass!
I know it's not me being rude. It's me just chilling, enjoying the session.
Like a snail
Do
in his
you
shell.
sit
That's
in your
fundamentally where he
bed
has
when
that.
Ellie plays his game? You bitch!
He
No,
migrates over
because
there
he
if that
forces us
counts.
to have our cameras on.
Exactly! Do you want me to start fucking forcing you guys to have your cameras on?
You can do
Jesus.
it, but I'd be eating.
No.
I'd be eating something half the
You
time.
said,
It's okay.
empathy. You said empathy and what?
Oh my
Empathy and
god.
what?
You said empathy and what, ma'am?
Expression.
Okay, empathy and expression.
I hope it's a 4.
Shut up.
Even Astro agrees that I should fucking start making you guys fucking use your cameras. I mean, for Alex, I can understand. But everybody else can fucking use their fucking cameras, you bitch.
Don't listen to him, bro. He just doing that to spite me. That's the only reason he said that.
You did harass him today in stream.
I got a 10, a 7, I got a 10, a 7, a 1, and a 1.
A 10, a 7, oh. Okay, so, you
already
did the thing?
rerolled it.
Okay. So, you expressing this concern to Lily, she kind of looks up and down at you. She sighs. Fine. It's just, like I said, I don't deal with vampires, I guess, a lot.
When she says vampires hate them, smiles a little bit.
So, whatever. But all I'm saying is that I don't know if I feel comfortable just leaving, half the group here, or whatever you guys are, or, I just want to make sure that our families and stuff are safe.
I understand that, and there's no worries. Let's see. Alright, how about this? Everybody who wants to go with, raise your hand. And I've raised my hand.
Spaz is gonna raise her hand.
Okay.
I don't raise mine.
Nah, neither does Quinn.
Lily's not raising her hand either.
Okay.
I
Wow.
pat Lily
Well-
on the head, much like how Wasabi pet Lily.
No!
For the
She,
benefit-
you see her tense up like that.
Oh yeah. Don't worry. I know what I'm doing. Much like how I saw Wasabi do it, I do the same thing in the same motion in particular. Hopefully, maybe a little stronger. Her head kind of bends over, like I'm petting a cat a little too forcefully.
No.
You just want more friends. It's okay. I stay.
Well, if there's no opposition to all of this.
Spaz is gonna look over toward Lily and just mouth out the words, "Be nice."
You see her begrudgingly just not say anything. She's just sitting there pissed. You can see that she's genuinely pissed, but she's swallowing it.
Since Hatham doesn't want to get his only fucking shirt he has dirty, he takes off his vest and shirt. He has the Blanco. Hold on to this.
Clothes for me?
No, they're mine. I don't want
my clothes.
No, they're for me.
When I get new clothes.
No, we haven't had time yet.
Alright.
Hold on to for friend, me, so they don't get dirty while I out there. Pinky promise?
I hold and keep clean.
Thank you.
Please just hurry up.
No promise.
Lee says.
Okay. Can I look around and see if I can find some rope or something?
Yeah. Roll a perception.
Okay.
Yeah, you can see that on one of it's not even, it's a separate kind of was it RV, that there is some rope kind of wrapped around what looks like a pole or something that's attached to the RV, but it's not holding on to anything, but it's just kind of there.
Okay, so Spaz is gonna go and try to untie the rope, I guess, or collect the rope or whatever. All right. Okay, we're ready. Let's go, Haytham.
I guess I can show you two around, Lily says begrudgingly. And so Lily is going to lead you two to specifically Mama Lobo's RV, and just kind of start explaining that pretty much Mama Lobo is kind of the shaman of the actual the reservation. She kind of works with spirit work, stuff like that. She's kind of somebody that everybody goes to in terms of healing, in terms of burials, in terms of just communicating with spirits a lot of the time. And with that, she starts to kind of explain something that she knows from her tribe specifically, which is that the spirit realm is another realm. Kind of like when you pass on, you will go into the spirit realm. That is pretty much where you pass on to, and that is their beliefs. And kind of delving a little deeper into her tribe, she explains that the what are they called again? The Hunters in Darkness tend to want to communicate with the spirits a lot more, but they specifically cannot. And it's because a lot of the time the bone shadows have a lot stronger connection in terms of the spirit realm. And because of this, there is just a little bit of a headbutting in terms of the alphas. So Mama Lobo and her alpha tend to not get along so much. The other tribes within the reservation, they're all together. They all work together. They all try to get along, but they're all kind of on different levels in terms of what their specific beliefs are and how it is to kind of be a werewolf. She also explains that they don't really like to get involved in terms of the city. They don't really like to get along, or not even get along, just like to be around vampires too much either, because they believe that vampires tend to cause, once you get involved with vampires, bad shit happens a lot of the time. Mm-hmm. And she doesn't know specifically if it's just kind of an aura thing or if it just happens. And so yeah, she pretty much shows you the different locations in terms of where everybody tends to gather in terms of a meeting or a celebration, to which she specifically takes you to this one spot where it looks like there's a giant fire pit, right? And so it's not lit specifically, but it looks like it's been set up. So there's wood and stuff like that, and all stacked up into like this little pile. And so she explains to you that whenever they have like some kind of major meeting or a celebration, they light it, and Mama Lobo tends to basically lead it, since she has a lot more experience in terms of the spirit realm. While the other types of tribes, like the Blood Talons, yes, the Blood Talons tend to do a lot more like athletic stuff in terms of like dancing, performing little like activities such as like strength tests and stuff like that. There's a specific area that has like a brawling area where wolves can actually fight each other. Iron Masters tend to deal with more. It's more of like they tend to do a lot more ritual dances and stuff like that. And the Stormlords tend to deal a lot more with like more technological stuff. So they do help out in terms of like helping out the rest of the tribe in terms of that. But other than that, they kind of just help out with like any of the preparations and stuff like that. And the Shadowbones tend to do rituals a lot of the time. And then she also explains to you that she is part of the Hunters in the Darkness. But yeah. Is there anything else? Is there anything you guys want to ask specifically to Lily? Because I am going to switch to the other two.
Oh boy.
Quinn will just comment, so you all really just keep to yourself out here?
We tend to, from what I understand, a lot of wolves don't really like to be too invested in the city. We're one with nature, if that makes sense. So a lot of the time, most of us tend to stay towards near the forest. We don't really like to be involved in the city too much unless we have to.
Does anyone come out to bother you about it?
I mean, it depends. So we are specifically called the Forsaken. And there's a whole historical thing about it, and it has something to do with the spirit realm and Father Wolf and Mother Luna. But, you know, there are other wolves beside us. And these wolves are called the Pure. And the Pure are not good people, creatures, I don't know. And the reason why is because us, specifically, we don't look for trouble. We don't look to cause harm, and we just want to live out our lives in peace. While also bringing and helping out any other wolves that might be in danger. The Pure, on the other hand, are... They're very aggressive, I guess you can say. And a lot of the time they want territory. They want, like, we play fight, we brawl, we challenge each other, but we don't outright kill each other. That's something that is extremely frowned upon. We don't kill unless we need to. It's a life or death, situation. Even then, like, it could also depend on if we're trying to show dominance or not. While the Pure, they just outright kill whatever they find, or whoever they find. Humans, I guess vampires, other wolves, it doesn't matter. They're not as organized as us either, from what I understand, but I don't know. And plus, there's this weird, I don't know if this is true or not, but so there's a rumor amongst like a bunch of the wolves here that they they do weird things in terms of keeping the bloodline. And, like...
Well, like having, like, incest or something like that.
Yeah. I don't know if that's true, but it's kind of weird. But yeah, we just try to stay away from them. They do bother us sometimes, but we do have specific wolves who go out and, you know, protect, you know, our area, our territory. But other than that, I mean, we basically just live in peace. Oh, shit! Ellie! Ellie!
Showed up!
Ellie! Ellie!
I'm just observing.
Son of a bitch!
I'm just observing. You don't have to change any plans.
I was gonna say, I had you go off and do something.
Yeah, no. I'm just observing.
Okay.
I got you.
don't
I'm
worry,
not that
man,
much of an
like,
asshole.
I was like, Ellie, why would you do this?
Ellie, you were sounding very upsetty spaghetti today.
We'll
That's one upsetty spaghetti response right there. That's straight from the noodles, my friend.
I was gonna say, we'll talk about it after the stream, since the stream is up.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Jason is kind of pissed too.
Yes. So, is there any other questions you have for Lily? No? How about you, Blanco? I know this is a lot of information,
Blanco's
so...
Blanco's probably a little uninterested in the whole conversation entirely, as it doesn't have to do with food, stuff he doesn't have, things he understands, because incest is not in his vocabulary. And... Yeah.
Okay. So, that being said, I'm gonna go back to the other two dudes.
The dynamic duo, the Wonder Twins, the two cool kids on the block.
You don't go get high in the woods right now.
Literally. Okay, you're good. So did you guys just go into the Angeles Forest? Because that's
Hold on,
the closest.
Steph has to text Lily something real quick.
Okay. Are you sending this to me in a DM, or are you gonna just...
Yep.
Okay. Hatham?
Hate them.
Hate them.
Hatham.
Hate them.
Hatham.
It's he, him. Come on, it's right there in his name.
Jesus. What time is
To
it?
be fair, hate them should be spelled with a Y, not an H-A, but...
I'm not gonna lie, I might just take
Listen,
a break because
don't
I have to
disrespect
piss.
Harlem Shake like that.
So I think we'll take like a 5-minute break real quick, since I have to pee real quick before we get started with the other thing. But if you want to come into the game, let me know.
No, I'm about to hop off in a second,
Okay. So,
but I just wanted to come and observe.
okay.
Come
So
and observe,
I'm
come and
going to use the
observe.
restroom real quick, and then we will continue this shit. So, BRB.
I should lurk, though, if Larkin is streaming this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ellie, are you worried?
We're taking a 5-minute break. We're taking a 5-minute because
Yeah,
I gotta piss.
yeah.
So give me a second.
Go ahead.
Yo, Ellie,
Yeah,
I
I came
computer
in
in a
late.
new room.
let Crystal
Computer
know.
in a new room.
No?
I swear to God, you turned your camera on earlier and like you were in a room with your PC, but it was not the living room.
No, it's still the living room.
There was a door behind you. I was like, hey, what the fuck? That don't look like the living room. I don't see the giraffe. I don't see the couch that ain't been there in months. I don't see the blinds.
I'm pretty much mad slapping everybody with some crazy dumbass interjections every time a
Astro, I
conversation
know you're
happens.
listening out there in Twitch land. Hey, yo, fuck you. You talk about I don't remember names. I never asked for that lady when she was in my
You
fucking
know, if he's
club.
subbed, I'm gonna have to like time you out, even though you're not in Twitch chat.
Who?
Disrespecting the subs like that, Baja. What's wrong with you?
Bro, fuck him.
Who are we fucking?
Astro in my DMs talking about you don't even know names, bro. Suck my dick, bro.
Also, we're talking about Astro. Why are we not talking about, Elden Ring?
Oh
Elden
my
Ring,
God.
it's godly, dude. It's
We're not
yeah, I
talking about
love it.
Elden Ring.
Yes,
We're
we
talking
are.
about.
You refunded it,
Oh
okay?
my God. We're not
It
talking
is so
about
fucking
Elden
good
Ring.
for no
Listen,
reason.
you refunded it, alright, Vajra? That's
Because
your L.
even I needed money. I had to make a smart
Listen,
financial
I
decision
understand
for
that.
me.
You made that
Suck
decision.
my
But
fat fucking
I am like
Wasabi.
level
Call
30.
Steve and tell him you need your money back. I want him to lose the game.
Who?
I am enjoying it
Ethan.
too much.
Why?
Because he being a bitch for no reason. Being a bitch.
Vajra, don't yoink away my happiness because you a hating ass.
That's exclusively what he does.
That is true, actually. I can't
That's his
deny
whole
his
deal.
nature. That is true.
I
Yeah.
don't want to look at Twitch
I'm
chat,
telling you, man,
Astro.
it's like if freaking
Astro's calling
Dark
you out in Twitch
Souls
chat.
and Skyrim had a freaking, I don't know, some sort of
It is
video
very
game dating
Skyrim-y
together,
in a
and
way.
it's amazing.
Yeah.
Video game, baby.
It's like what everyone describes Skyrim to me as.
That's actually that's pretty good. Well, no, it's everyone's legendary playthrough of Skyrim.
It's what
No one
everyone,
dies as
everyone
much.
thought Skyrim was before they played good RPGs.
Yeah.
Oh.
No one dies as much.
Actually.
Refunding after an hour and a half. Yeah, I know, right? That reminds me of somebody.
Dude, I started fighting that dude on the horse that like you see after the first spawn.
Oh yeah, yeah. I wouldn't recommend doing that until you have it.
Astro, why the fuck you hating on me? I needed the money.
Completely different
I
fight.
said it was a good
I'm gonna tell you
game.
right now, bro. I'm gonna tell you right now. You slandering the bandit build is
Listen, I slandered it
Unforgivable.
because I had to poke and stab at every boss that I went to that was incorrect. I avoided the tutorial area like a plague by accident. I hit up every terrible
Astro, I
avenue
wasn't
of
talking shit.
that
I was
world.
talking about fucking
There was a
you.
concrete cat with a fireball tail that murdered me 28 times before I said, you know what, fuck this.
actually Astro.
Yeah.
Chelsea came in to my chat too. It was great.
You cannot bleed a concrete cat.
Mad at me because your girl sending you milk videos. And I ain't got nothing to leave me the fuck
What are,
alone.
you, what are you guys even talking about? What the fuck
Listen,
did I come back to?
Listen, Astro and
Don't
Vajra
worry
are
about
having
it.
beef.
Me and Astro are always beefing. Like at
Yeah,
least
they're
once a
always
day we get
beefing.
into a dumbass argument.
Same with
It's
us
always that
two.
fucking
You're always
fuck.
beefing with me too.
I'm never beefing
Listen.
with you. We're best
You
friends.
always beef with me.
I don't beef with nobody.
Raj, that is a fucking lie. That is a
don't.
fucking lie. You're beefing with
I know.
everybody all times.
When do I beef with you, Ellie?
It's like claiming you're not a balding racist.
You don't beef with me,
I mean-
but that's because I could kill your character in an instant. You know
He
better.
beefs with me
I
even
mean-
though.
Your character's always beefing with my characters. Quinn barely said like a single sentence, and you're like,
Bro,
are
she
you?
That's why I'm
Bro,
patting
she
friend
kept
number one on the head, bro.
talking too much. What the fuck, man? Look, clearly she has a
I
problem
only said
with Hayden.
that
Yeah, you would have talked about talking too much. I talk too much, but don't make me bear hug you again so you can bite my hoodie.
Stay the
This
fuck
beef
away
is
from
rotten.
me.
It's not
this time I'm
preserved.
not
I
gonna
think-
miss.
Hilariously, Quinn escaped the bear hug because you weren't here when you met her. Technically,
How the hell did that happen?
because Larkin didn't
And how come
roleplay it.
I didn't immediately go for the leg?
The leg.
Listen, if someone escapes the bear hug, slip and fall, or whatever it might be, I'm grabbing you by your
Okay.
leg and holding you like the rat bag.
Oh no.
No. I mean, you didn't attempt the bear hug at all.
Yeah, I didn't play it off. I
Yeah.
totally, it
Yeah.
didn't even cross my mind. I'm sorry, I don't play. It's hard for me. I barely know your guys' characters. I don't know how to be you guys. That's why I'm like, Jesus
Listen,
Christ. Why would you?
I
If
forgive
you guys
you
don't
for,
come to
for my side.
Uh,
I forgive you for Blanco because he is chaotic in every sense of the word. Yeah, that's his
Oh
whole
my God.
purpose. You think Lily was so on edge? She just wanted to be away from the vampires. I go, oh, that's cool. Pat.
pat.
That's friend number 4 right there. They get their pats.
Anyway, we get back to the game. If you guys
Oh,
are
yeah,
ready.
that's true. We're switching over to the werewolves in the forest. The shrooms.
Astro, I'm looking at
The
our
drug-
DMs right
the-
now, and I still don't understand what you
fucking-
mean, but I don't know any names.
Can we get a
the
check
two-
on how many drugs they've got with them right now?
Well, he got specifically an ounce of weed, and then
Okay,
he got
weed.
like, what is it?
I'm sure.
Bag of shrooms. Like we talking 4,
Yeah.
8.
I'm saying like maybe like 3 shrooms, 3 whole shrooms.
Now Quinn is lucky that she was there and that Lily let us over there at all, because otherwise I would have followed them and one way or another stolen that bag. Because I don't have it, and I'm curious on what it is, and I want it.
I'm just saying, let it be known, Mr. Elden Ring Astro Fugitive is a bitch. That's all.
Oh my
That
god.
was so OOC, I might have to ping you for that. The next roll, you lose your 10.
Literally. Anyway, so as you know, okay, so Hatham and Spaz, you guys both head towards, well, you specifically, Spaz, know kind of a little bit about like the forests around here. So you know that the Angeles National Forest is nearby. And there are some lush parts, but then also there is a good amount of like kind of desert area, but that's farther up north, pretty much. And so you are able to go towards the more green lush area, which is a little bit of a walk. It takes you maybe about like 10 minutes to get to the middle of this lush green forest. It's not super far at all, as you know, compared to where the reservation is. Is there anything you guys would like to say to each other as you guys are walking?
I'll look at her. Thank God, sweet Jesus. That big guy. Met him in the fucking sewer, and now he's attached to me like a puppy. Doesn't seem like a bad fellow. Just doesn't seem all the way there in the head.
I mean, he really trusts you though, and like you can tell that.
Yeah, it's just, well, I asked him, like, hey, where am I? Who are you? The normal questions. He immediately bear hugged me and restrained me. So, I don't feel as if I'm too wrong being a little annoyed right now, especially after the events of tonight. By the way, it has been a very long night, so I just need this fucking moment of just, like, calm and, like, peace.
Well, I hate to break it to you, but we need to catch these deer. And
yeah.
Spaz puts her phone away. I am putting a lot of trust in you here, and so if you end up pulling something, know that the whole fucking tribe will come after you. They will get you if you do something, I don't know, fishy.
Don't worry, I don't have plans to do anything.
Putting a lot of trust in you here, and Spaz is gonna hand him the rope.
I take the rope and listen. I know, of course, you have to be wary of outsiders, but trust me when I say I don't want problems with anybody. I already have my own problems to deal with. That just sorry. One of the Twitch viewers is harassing my DMs. I'm sorry. I have my own problems to deal with, on my front. And, it's just, but I understand. I understand your concern. So, but trust me when I say I don't have any ill intentions.
Okay, and Spaz is gonna turn into her wolf form?
Okay,
Shit.
What happens to do this?
Fuck.
Okay. So, it's... So pretty much, what you will do is you will use a... Is it essence? Or is it like an automatic? Give me uno momento, por favor. Fuck. I don't remember.
See, that's my issue too. I was like...
Yeah, I totally forgot. I forgot how I did this too. Because I did this before. In terms of... Is there something in here that tells me how? Here we go. Okay, so I'm gonna need you to roll a stamina, survival, and primal urge. So, if you want to do it automatically, you'd have to use essence. But getting essence is a little more hard to gain that. So, if you want to actually roll for it to see if you actually transform, and you're trying to do your which form? Your Earthroot?
I guess wolf form?
Or like the full wolf. Okay. So, that being said, so the Uron? The Uron. Okay, I cannot speak. Okay.
Hey, Ron.
Yeah, so I need you to roll that.
Okay, so that was stamina, primal urge, and what?
Stamina, survival, and primal urge.
Survival. Okay.
Using the okay, so you're gonna use depending on your stamina will be what is the Hishiru form. So yeah, so they're just your regular one. So it's a straight roll of your normal stuff.
Let's go. Okay.
Let's see what
9, 9, 7, 6, 5, and 1.
Okay. So before you Hatham, you see do you want to explain what your like actual fur and all that stuff is, since that is your character?
Oh no, I fucked up. Okay, her fur is kind of like a brownish reddish fur.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And yeah, I don't know how else to describe that. I've never really
Eye
thought
color.
about this.
Eye color.
Green. Yeah.
Okay. So you see this. You see the shift happen, and you see that she becomes this wolf with a brownish reddish kind of tone on the fur. She looks like a big dog, like a big ass dog. And her eyes are green as she looks over to you.
Oh, yeah, that's cool as fuck. Oh my god, never seen that happen up close.
So, that being said, who is gonna be the one that wants to find the actual like deer?
I mean, I thought it'd just be given that the wolf who lives
Okay.
on the reservation.
So that being said,
Okay, hold up one sec here. I just realized I fucked up.
Why?
What happened to Spaz's clothes?
Oh.
Oh, so you're. Oh.
Yeah, the clothes ripped off.
Fuck.
I hate them would be a gentleman and he would like close his eyes. He's a good guy. He's not just gonna sit there and boggle. Oh, there's a naked lady that he just met in front of. Whoa!
So
I'm just thinking, I can't even say anything here because I'm like, I think realistically, Spaz would be hyped to get a freaking deer really high off of mushrooms. Just to see this weird event, I'm like, I can see how that mistake would happen. Just
Okay.
like, whoops.
So. Oh my god, hold on. Let me, I'm gonna put on a new song real quick.
This thing? How do we get these deer?
I need the music that I needed for this. I literally picked something for something like this, and I cannot find it.
So wolf form, okay. Spaz can't speak in wolf form, can she? Or is it kind of like a...
I believe she can. Yeah, she can still speak.
Okay.
Is it like, roll, Raggy? We right here.
Is this the song? This is not the song that I wanted. Where is the song that I
Hey there,
wanted?
Delilah. Is it like in New York?
Literally, that's how I'm feeling right now.
So this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna catch the wolf,
Why?
and then you're gonna try to tie it up. And then you're gonna shoot mushrooms in its mouth and try to get it to eat it. And if it starts freaking out, then that means it's definitely really high.
Oh, okay. You can take the lead since you know these woods better than I do.
I'll see if I can get some extra ones, so we can bring it back to the rest of them in case your friends need to feed.
Oh God. OOC, this voice is fucking sending me. Oh, sweet Lord.
Jesus Christ.
I am the Dark Knight.
Oh, you're killing me.
It's beautiful,
Jesus.
Wasabi. It's beautiful.
Bruh. Okay. So, that being said, where is this? Jesus Christ. Anyway, so I want you to roll a perception So, whatever the total is of your perception currently, because you're in Uran form. Shut up. So, the total of dice, yeah. So, yeah, that'd be 7, a 7 pool.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
What do you make of that?
So, as you both prepare to go off and search for some kind of deer, anything at all, you are able to pick up the scent of pretty much, you're not sure if it's like a male, a female, or if it's like a fawn or a full-grown deer, but you were able to pick up the scent of something. And so, it leads you in a direction of, a direction, obviously, towards it. And so, as you're making your way, are you just bolting, or are you gonna be sneaky? What are you trying to do? Also, Hatham, why don't you also roll me a perception?
Okay. Intelligence plus that is 6.
I think right now, since I don't know where it's at exactly or what it exactly is, I'm probably gonna be sneaky.
Larkin, don't you say nothing about that. Don't laugh at me. Don't laugh at me.
Okay, first of all, Hatham, you have no fucking idea where to even look. You don't know anything. You've not heard anything. You've not seen anything. You have no scent,
this is
nothing.
not my neck of the woods. I don't know what's going on. Listen, I'm just following the nice wolf lady in front of me.
But you Spaz, are quickly walking towards a direction. And this direction is taking you specifically towards a deer. So, or at least what you think is a deer. So as you're making your way through the trees, you are quickly walking through. You're not being stealthy or anything. But as you finally come up what looks to be kind of like, it's not really a hill, but you kind of go upwards in terms of like the ground. And you kind of can see that there is, from a distance, a deer kind of grazing a little bit. It looks, from at least what you can see, it looks to be a doe. It is directly over there, like from like at least like 10 feet away. And it is grazing on just grass. What would you like to do?
Okay. Well, I'd like to try to, like, catch it.
Okay, so you're just gonna run at it?
Try to pin it down? Yeah.
Okay. So, I'm gonna need you to roll. Let's see how we're gonna do this. So, I want you to roll. So, if you're gonna try to pin it down, I want you to roll a strength and a, I guess, dexterity? And, I guess, brawl? Yeah.
I'm on a little work tomorrow.
Bam.
Oh shit. Yeah. Roll those 10s.
Oh, that's right, huh?
So 2 more d10s. Okay. So that's 3 successes. You fucking bolt. You bolt towards this deer. And Hatham, you just randomly see Spaz just fucking take off. And
I'll take off following after.
As you run towards this deer, you are able to literally get the jump on it. And you jump on it and just tackle it down. It was not able to react as quickly as you were. You grab this deer by the neck and hold it down. Are you trying to kill it?
No, it would have to ingest, the shrooms first before anything.
So you are very carefully holding it by the neck.
Even though you
as careful as carefully as you possibly can in this state.
It's very interesting considering that.
Quick, fit in the shrooms!
I tie up his legs and then I shove the shrooms in its mouth and hold it close.
You see this deer panicking. It is trying to get the fuck away. It is freaking out. You were barely able to shove the shrooms into its mouth.
I'm a fucking vampire! What do you mean I was barely able to?
Hey, I didn't even make you roll for this, and I probably should have, but we're not going to talk about that. Anyway, it's panicking that much. So it's trying not to, it's just trying to get away. So that's why you were barely able to. And you were able, so it ingests, are you holding down its mouth?
Yeah, I'm holding it close,
okay.
Of course.
Okay, so it swallows the shrooms eventually. And so, while trying to get away, hold up, give me 1 second. Oopsie. This music does not fit the mood, but yeah, it still cannot get away. It cannot get away from Spaz's grasp. And so
yeah,
are you
to tie it up so it can't get away so we can, continue.
Okay. So you tie the rope around this deer's, I guess, legs, yes. And although you do this deer is still panicking. And after, it doesn't automatically just get high. It does take a bit. And so, as Spaz is holding it down, after at least, what feels like hours of you holding down this fucking deer, you can, here, why don't you do me a favor? Why don't you roll a perception again?
You didn't really specify which one of us.
Oh, sorry. Hatham.
Okay. Roll. Exclamation point. Roll. Come on, don't fuck me. And I was fucked. Once more.
You cannot tell if this deer is having a kind of effect, in terms of, whether its eyes or if, its movements are, having it, show any type of reaction to these shrooms. But it seems to have calmed a little bit. It's not struggling as intensely as it was before. And so, Spaz, are you still holding down this deer? Or have you let it go already?
Has it calmed down?
It's calmed down a little bit more. As compared to what it was before, it's calm.
Let go.
Okay.
I feel like if anybody, Spaz would know since they are a wolf and they are a hunter. I feel like they just sort of that'd be a given that they would know, don't.
I mean, she's also. I mean, you've already taken the shrooms, right? Yes.
What? No, we just
no,
fed it
you
to
haven't.
deer.
Okay, so then you didn't take anything. Okay, so pretty much after a while, this deer kind of just stops. And why don't you roll a perception?
All right. Let's see.
I'm gonna head out. It's all good, Ellie. Thanks for hanging out.
Oh, God.
Yeah, y'all don't know if this deer is high or not. You have no fucking idea. You just know that it's kind of spacing out a little bit. Like, it's kind of just staring. But other than that, you can't tell if it's actually high or not.
I'm just gonna like, well, I think...
Maybe we should just take this thing back.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna tie the knot a little extra tight just in case this thing, decides that I'm gonna try to make a lucky break. Oh, jeez.
That's a good thought.
Yeah.
It's a really good thought.
So, that being said, you guys are... Who's gonna carry the deer?
I'm gonna carry it.
Okay. So, Hatham, you are able to hold this deer and take it back. And, Spaz, you are leading the way, since you actually know, you have an idea of where the fuck you guys are. So, you guys...
Walking back, I'm gonna be like, so, are you gonna need pants when we get back? Because, I wasn't looking, but I saw the beginning stages. And, if you need pants, I can let you use my pants. Because I don't know how it is on the reservation, but I don't personally, I wouldn't want to have to walk around
Maybe I could
naked.
see if Lily can spare me a pair or something.
I don't know. I was just trying to, yeah.
So, you guys are having this conversation on your way back towards the reservation. Eventually, once you guys are able to make it back, you come back and you see that Lily has taken the rest of the party and is kind of sitting where the fire pit is, Spaz, kind of where you guys do the celebrations. Okay. From what you can see around you, people are basically starting to prepare, and like they're kind of gathering also towards the middle of where the fire is, since you guys are gonna probably be partying tonight. So but there is still no sign of Mama Lobo or Mr. Maps, as of yet, at least.
Cool, we still made it in time.
You see, what happened? What's up?
I need to sneak back to my place real quick. I forgot to change clothes.
Did you do the thing? Yes. You did the thing.
Yes. Oh.
I'll be right back.
Okay. We're gonna start probably.
Before I go, the deer is high as fuck. I think. I don't know. I think it might be high. We don't know for sure. But we got it to eat it. So, yeah.
Would assume that would work. Unless deers have a particular resistance to drugs.
Friend, how can it be high when it is so low to the ground?
Buddy, listen, English is a complicated language. That wasn't the kind of high they meant.
Have you never...
It is low?
You see Lily, like, just defeats. She doesn't even know how to explain this. Here.
So I walk over to the deer and I just kind of crouch and scratch my head at it, trying to figure out what y'all are trying to mean by high.
Do you want to set it like over here? And she's kind of gonna be like, because basically around this fire pit, pretty much, there are certain like little areas where people can either sit. Mostly people stand, and there's mostly people dancing and stuff like that, but there's not like a table. It's not like a table. So she's gonna scoot a little bit, and she's gonna say, like, she's gonna motion right here, basically right next to her.
Okay.
Who's that directed to?
Oh, that's directed towards Hatham, since he's carrying the deer.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna, do.
So, that being said, she takes a look at the deer, and from what she can examine, she can tell this thing is high as fuck. how much did you feed this thing?
I stuck like 2 shrooms in its mouth and held it close. And I personally think if it's that high, then with its accelerated heart rate and that moving its blood around extremely fast and it hyperventilating, it very quickly got it high.
Yeah, I can tell. Oh my god. Well, I mean, why did you bring it back anyway? Weren't you guys gonna go and do it in the forest? You know what? Never mind. I don't want to know. She says
I
this.
also expected him to just come back
caring.
Yeah, in case anybody else, well, any of our friends here or y'all were hungry, hey, sharing's caring.
Good friend.
I'm good. She says bluntly. So, okay, well, I mean, you guys made it just in time for the celebration to start. Well, I don't know where. Here, let me go see what's up with Mama Lobo. I'll be right back. As she said this, she gets up and she quickly walks over to the trailer. That being said, while you guys are vibing near the little area with the fire pit, you see that other people who are part of the reservation are starting to, either you see people that are dressed up in like specific type of like native gear. You see people start to actually light the fire that was for the fire pit.
Didn't start the fire.
And that being said, and they don't seem to pay any mind to you, although a lot of them are too focused on what they're doing to actually realize that some of you are, well, all of you, the rest of you guys, because Spaz is gone, are vampires, and you're alone.
I kind of get up and walk away from the group and everything that's kind of going on, more so standing somewhere in the background where there's the least amount of traffic and people, but still keep a pretty steely, beady looking eye right on friend number 1.
So as people, oh sorry, go on.
I said hate them, sorry.
So as people are passing by and trying to put stuff together and get ready, as they pass you, Blanco, you can see that they give you like a weird look because something about you makes them slightly uncomfortable, but they can't really see what you look like since you have a mask on, but something about you just rubs them the wrong way.
I'll try to keep my head down and sort of shift between them and maybe give a slight nod, but just stare. Stare at them. So I'm in a less populated area, and then I'll just kind of stand there and again give a good beady eye to all the friends on the crowd.
So what would you guys like to do while Lily's grabbing Mama Lobo and Mr. Maps?
Well, since nobody else is interested, I'm gonna go ahead and take a drink. I'm gonna say that, and I'm gonna look at them like, I'm saying, are you sure you don't want any?
Wonder if it's rude to eat before they're done with what they're doing.
I mean, they expected us to do it out in the woods before we even came there, so I'll just assume no.
Spaz, are you still grabbing your shit?
Sure. How long would it take me to go and change and grab clothes?
I mean, you basically went back to the place that you usually stay at, which is take you like less than 5 minutes to get some pants and a shirt on, and then shift back into your Hishiru form.
Okay.
And so, just like that, as soon as Spaz was gone, she came right back, basically, all set up and ready.
Welcome back. You're just in time. I was just about to take the first, for me, drink.
Okay. Okay. I haven't missed the party yet. Awesome.
Oh, no. How do I drink, Larkin? Do I have to roll?
No, it just depends on how much Vitae you're planning on taking. Everything or just... You gonna suck it dry? You gonna take some? What are you planning on doing?
I'm gonna take some. I don't want to suck it dry because that'd be rude considering somebody else is also here, and we got that shit together. I can't do the homie like that. We just this a special moment. Going to drug a deer with somebody.
Here, I'm gonna have you roll. Let me see.
Don't make him roll the bite. It'll deflect off the beer and like the whole deer's skin again.
I just want to see how much vitae is in animals, which I probably should have checked before, but you know what? I didn't know that we were gonna do this, so there you go.
I don't think there's a drugged up deer category, but good guessing.
So that is page 154. Uno momento, por favor. That being said, where is this? What is this? Fuck me. Okay, I'm just trying to find the vitae. I think I might just do this. I want you to roll a D3 since you're not planning on taking all of it. And also you can only carry so much, I believe.
Okay. Read the roll channel.
And I also don't want to sit here all day just looking for this.
You said a D3?
Yep.
Okay. One.
Okay. So you were able to suck enough to give you exactly one vitae back. But also, as soon as you take that blood, you already start feeling something.
Oh.
So, at that point, you are starting to hallucinate a little bit. So, from what you can see before you, at first you saw everybody just kind of hanging out together. You're seeing colors, bright colors. You're seeing different shapes. It just feels like a weird trip, especially with the fire going. The fire looks out of control as well. But
what the fuck?
I want you to do me a favor, and I want you to roll a fucking what is it? Let me see.
I can't
willpower. A willpower and composure.
While he's rolling that, seeing that friend number one took a hefty bite out of something and is clearly getting some sense of a feast, and seeing that the people who are passing me aren't paying me too much of mine besides a glance or two, I pretty much walk over to the deer and want to have a bite myself.
Okay.
Listen, you feasted on it.
Can I add a willpower?
Yes, you can add a willpower.
Thank God. Oh, please.
So that will give you an extra 3 dice. I also didn't have my music on fucking goddamn repeat.
I got one success. Come on. Don't make me jump in the fucking fire.
Oh, no. That was so that you wouldn't panic because of the fire, because you are a vampire and you panic with fire. That was gonna prevent you from having a fear frenzy.
Oh my word!
I feel like right now, like my eyes are like wide. Hold, let me turn on my camera for just a few moments.
By the way, what do I have to roll to set this thing up?
Are you trying to take it all, or are you trying to take a little portion of it? What are you trying to set up?
I'm trying to take a little portion, much like I saw for a number one take.
Okay, so roll a D3 for me.
Bag.
Yeah.
I imagine Hatham just sort of like looking at the fire like. You're not gonna make a run for it, but what you will do is you're gonna be very like cautious and like kind of nervous because of the fire and how ginormous it looks to you. Blanco, why don't you roll a D3 as well?
Just a single one.
While you're doing that, check your Discord DMs, please.
I will. So just a single D3 or?
Yes.
Alright. It came up to a 3!
Okay, so
Oh no.
do you have a full?
wait.
I think you have a full thing of Vitae.
I have 10 Vitae or 11 from the rat bag.
Yeah. So you wouldn't necessarily get Vitae back, but you are able to take in some of it, and you still would have an effect very quickly.
Okay. All right.
And that being said, you also
would it be
start
the same hallucinations?
It's not the exact same. So what you're seeing is basically you see the other wolves around you, and a lot of them they don't look human per se. They look like weird, like caricatures of like what a person should look like. You know what I mean? It's a very exaggerated features.
Okay.
You're seeing just like bright colors as well. And you feel specifically very kind of giggly. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But so you definitely know something's not normal.
I don't even act that out. How do I get the trying to figure out what it would be like to have something like Blanco under drugs of such caliber. I want to grab friend one's shoulder and say, long arms, funny face.
I don't like this.
This was in fact your choice to get
No.
the
I like my high. I don't like him high.
Are you sure
Spaz.
you like your high? Because you rather, I mean, even before he was grabbing your shoulder, you looked rather concerned.
He's grabbing my fucking shoulder? What? I don't feel it. Well, but
Yeah.
look, do you hear him? I'm more worried that he's gonna do something dumb. I can sit here and contain and enjoy. Yeah, the fire's a little spooky because that's a really big fire. But I'm more he's having a good time. I'm not gonna stress it. I'm just gonna sit here.
Yeah, I think he's just highly amused.
So
I don't think it's dangerous.
Spaz, are you taking any of this as well, or are you just gonna watch?
Well, I mean, how exactly is Spaz to do that? She's not a vampire. She's
True.
a werewolf. Wouldn't
That is
fighting
true.
the wolf or trying to eat the wolf not really accomplish anything?
Yeah, that's true. So So, as them two are having two high trips, you guys finally see Lily, Mama Lobo, and Mr. Maps. But, as she approaches all of you, you see an older woman who, she looks of concern right now. She looks very worried, and, although there's a celebration kind of going, she looks to want to kind of explain what is going on from what she understands. Mr. Maps is kind of like, but it's because he doesn't really pay too much mind to like that kind of thing. He thinks it's only for the wolves. So he just takes a seat next to you guys. And Mama Lobo doesn't really like say hello or anything. She just walks over towards the bonfire. And at this point, she kind of rallies everybody. So she's trying to get everybody to come and listen. And once...
Do you have any more of those mushrooms?
Yeah, here you go. I'll slaughter the rest of them because it's only like...
Spaz is gonna take a nibble.
Quinn leans over to Spaz just to confirm. That is, Mama Loba right there, right? That's what you called her?
Yes.
Okay. Just making sure I'm catching up. Or I'm keeping up.
So, as she gathers everybody starts to look a little more like kind of serious and more intense. And they all kind of everybody starts to gather around where the fire is. And they listen very intently as she begins. as she begins to kind of, explain the situation, she walks behind the fire, to which it almost looks like she's like controlling how the fire, what is shown in the fire. And she takes a little something out of like a little pouch she has on her hip, and she starts to sprinkle something and throws it into the fire, to which she starts. Mi familia, I need you to listen to this tale of which I have found out. There is a great concern in the spirit realm. As she says this, in the fire, there's shown to be what looks to be almost like kind of like a show, kind of like a mural, and you can see that there is wolves running through, and also what looks to be dark wolves that are made of the smoke coming from the fire itself. There is something wrong with the harmony in the spirit realm. From what I understand from the spirits, from Papi Lobo and Mother Luna, there's something wrong. Some spirits seem to be some shadows. They seem to be coming into our world, and they're spreading corruption. This harmony, if you understand. And as she's explaining this, you see that there are wolves, like the regular wolves, and the shadow smoke wolves kind of attacking each other. This is of great danger to us, to other creatures, to the humans as well, the Hishru. And something needs to be done about this. If we do not deal with this situation, this could cause an all-out a war of some kind, from what I understand. This war will not be towards just us. This will be towards everyone. Towards the Hishru, and the other creatures of this realm. We are in great danger. And I know that today is supposed to be a day of celebration, but we cannot ignore the fact that something terrible is going to happen if we do nothing about this. As she says this, it's almost like she kind of pushes away the smoke and the flames. But there is some hope. There is hope to be had. From what I understand from the spirits, from me communicating with the spirits, there will be others, there will be a group or somebody who can at least help put the harmony back to where it should be. But this being said, all of you know of the Pure. I need you to be very careful. I don't know if the Pure has anything to do with this, but I want all of you to be safe. And as she's saying this, again, there seems to be what looks like in the fire itself a giant wolf creature that doesn't even look like a regular werewolf. It looks more monstrous in this sense, if that makes sense. It doesn't look exactly like a werewolf should look. it looks just like a monster. And honestly, as you're seeing this, Hatham, you are tripping. This fire is tripping you out really bad. And Blanco, you are seeing like kind of stuff on the fire, but it looks more extravagant, more big, more just. It doesn't even look scary to you. It just looks weird. And as Mama Lobo continues, she throws something else onto the fire, and everything just kind of explodes in a sense. So it just rises up. And so,
Dude, this is amazing.
she continues. You all.
What the fuck?
You all
Everybody shush.
need to understand that this is very serious, but I need some of you to help me deal with the situation. And she looks over to Spaz. And then she like nods kind of at her. And then she looks over at Lily. I want the strongest.
My friend.
The strongest to deal with this. Those who are the closest in touch with the spirits, with whatever's happening, to figure out what is going on, what is causing this. To figure out if it's the pure that has some work in this, or if it's some other creature that has some kind of work with this. But we all need to stay together and all stay safe. But we will make sure that this does not destroy this realm. So, just be safe. And if you see anything, or if you know of anything, or hear of anything, you need to come to me or let me know what's happening. And with that, she basically swipes a hand, and the fire instantly just goes out.
What the fuck?
And that being said, we are gonna end the session here. Because I'm very past when I was supposed to end this.
Fair enough.
Yes. So,
I don't think anyone expected the Blanco what the fuck to happen.
Nope.
Blanco with the Bluno.
like,
Spaz is freaking
You
out.
learned that from you, Hatham.
It's like, does she know we're high? Does she know we're really in tune with the spirits right now?
I want you to know if you didn't stress how important that was, a little extra. You just said something that made it just a little more important. I was going to have Blanco go bear hug her. In the middle of the night.
that would have been so funny! She would have been like, the fuck?
I was gonna have that happen. So it was her name is my friend.
It's like old friend.
Come and suplex fucking Blanco so he doesn't grab the leader of the village. No!
That's all gonna be looking like all freaking.
You think you can
spaced out.
stop tripped up
Pupils are
iOS with
dilated.
Blanco?
Oh
Bruh.
no, Blanco,
Spaz
no.
is probably gonna have the reaction right after.
Yeah, bro, my man is bro. He's like slim ripped, bro. He's like lean ripped.
Well, I'm a drug-fueled maniac.
Bro, we still did not finish the first night. God damn it!
But we did.
Y'all
get
and your
high.
side adventures.
It's
We
okay.
fucking-
Is getting high a side adventure?
It kind of.
think
It
it's-
was a little bit.
Yeah, it
It was
ended
a little
up being
bit.
a side adventure.
Which is
I
fine.
think
That's
it's the
totally
main
fine.
adventure.
You
But-
would say that.
What did you guys think of the session?
It was fun.
Sorry,
I know-
I
like
got
way
to get
DoorDash and
shirtless
went
and go hunt a
for
deer in the
hot
woods.
minute.
Mm-hmm. Comments, concerns?
No, I thought it was fun. I thought it was a good time. I had a real good time.
I'm sorry if I seemed a little disorganized because honestly, I wasn't sure how the fuck I was gonna get you all together. I was like, it just kind of fell into place, and it kind of worked out.
Dude,
and
I came back
that
and,
worked.
oh.
Yeah, like that worked out, and then I was, I realized that I forgot to like make up a sheet for
for your
the supplier.
The supplier. Yeah, you could always make that, and then or if you want to make it, and then you could just
like
give it to me.
wrote on that Google Doc like, this is her connection, and I think but I did that like while we were in session.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I had an idea for him. I just needed a name.
Okay.
Kind of.
Yeah. So is he gonna be like a ghoul, or is he gonna be like a vampire, or what are you thinking?
I was thinking that he was still human because she was working dealing arms before she turned.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
And so I think what I originally wrote on the doc, which I deleted because I didn't know if that was going to fit, if it was going to make sense, was that they've known each other for a very long time, and he technically knows something is different about Quinn, but he also gets the sense that he shouldn't ask.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. And then also, what was I gonna say? I was gonna fucking say something. My brain. But yeah, I'm glad you guys enjoyed the session. Unfortunately, I was hoping that we would end the night, but we didn't. But it's fine. Maybe we can.
How
just
close
do that.
were we to the end of the night?
I was gonna have Mama Lobo speak with you guys, and then that was gonna be the end of the night. Okay. And then the next day, you guys would have regrouped and like did other stuff. So I overplanned, which is good. I'd rather overplan than not plan at all. So we'll just do that next time. And then yeah. So there is going to be if you guys want to do any kind of secret sessions, please let me know. If you want to deal with something or whatever. In terms of like right now where you guys are specifically, it might be hard to do that, but you can always do something like a prequel kind of thing if that's what you want to do. That's totally fine too. I can deal with that or work with that. I just need to know. So that's out on the table, just a reminder.
Yeah.
If not, yeah. Thank you guys for being here for the session. And you guys are good to go. For today, you know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna give you the XP.
We did get high.
So on your XP sheet, you guys can have just the full like 3. I think Crystal, for you, I'm gonna give you 5 XP total. Just because I want to, because you obviously weren't here for the first session, and then like that's kind of where everybody's at. So I was like, just take it. But at least you got something. So with your XP, you don't have to spend it right away. You can spend it whenever you want. And you can save it up.
So we have 6 XP total, like me.
Pretty much.
Okay.
I gave you guys 6 XP because you guys were here for the first session and then this session, and then I gave Crystal at least 5 so that she has something.
Where do I put it on the sheet?
On the sheet, if you scroll down over by your initiative mod, it has experience right there.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So you don't have to spend it right away. You can save it and then buy things with it if you need help kind of trying to figure out how to kind of disperse your XP and then give yourself more like skills and shit like that. I can do that with you on a sit down or whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Wait, so just confirm I should also have 6 XP? Because
yes.
Okay.
You should have gotten a total of 6 XP. And so, yeah. And since Jason is like fucked off somewhere else, he is not gonna have like the XP. He's probably gonna only have the 3 from the first session. So that's gonna be fun to figure out with everybody. But yeah. So pretty much you guys are good to go if you guys want to take off or whatever. Thank you guys in the stream for watching the stream. If you guys want to, you know, support the other streamers here, we got Crystal Cali, we got Vajay Plays, we got Furry Wasabi.
Accessories.
Furry Wasabi? Yes, Furry Wasabi, and we've got Lunar Law.
So furry, so wasabi.
We also have LED lights, and then I forgot what. And we also have Fair, but they were not here. So hopefully next week we have an entire party. I don't know. We'll see. But so yeah, thank you guys, and thank everybody in the stream. Goodbye, guys.
Bye, stream.
Thank you to everybody in stream besides Astro.
You better. You better.
So you better note down that we're all gonna be high as hell next session.
Yeah, probably. That'll be fun. With
not Quid. Quid is like.
Blanco on the ayahuasca.
I feel like this is not a good. Quid is like. I feel like this is not a good time.
It's always a good time.
I'm gonna pick somebody up and it's gonna be.